Hey. Um, Sorry, guys. Seems to be doing some pretty weird and wonderful things. Um, I see him live. That's a bit weird, but we'll go with it. And hello to everyone, and happy Friday. Hopefully, everybody's having a wonderful day. Um, might as well start at the chat and we'll move on from there. So, Altruistic Farmstead is going to be lurking. What a bunch of lurkers. And Bountiful Harvest Abby. Hello, Abby. How are you? Mr. Paul Honeyman, all the way from England. How are you, sir? Hopefully all is well. And everybody's chatting. Billy Spears. G'day, Billy. How are you? Hope all is well. And Rebecca Davis. I am here, everyone. Well, hello, Rebecca Davis. Glad that you're here. Oh, I think you got the short end of that stick, Jen. Just saying. Especially if it's the tribe that you were babysitting, I believe, last Friday. They seem to keep you on your toes. And hello, Randy. How are you? Randy, you changed your thumbnail. You're throwing me off. You get used to going down the line and being able to pick out who's who by the different thumbnails, or at least it looks different from here. Maybe not. And E3 Farmstead, g'day, brother. Hopefully all is well. I know you guys were supposed to get a lot colder than what we were last night. And, you know, I hate to see that. And as the sun's back out. We're having snow showers today. It snows for 5 minutes and then stops. Then it'll snow really hard for 5 minutes. And I'll see if I can't catch it behind me here. I'll keep watching the window. And who else have we got here? Outdoors with Big Matt. Hello, sir. Oh my God, Kareen. Huh. You're trying my heart. Goodness gracious. On the phone with your mom, though. That's all right. We will carry on and you chat with mom, and we'll still be here probably long after you're done chatting with your mom. That tends to be Friday's course of events, is chatting and more chatting and a little bit of fellowship, some laughs. Another good old Friday. You stay off your phone. You just keep on driving. Because that's the last thing I want to hear, is that something happened to you because you were texting me while you should be driving. And oops. There we go. LP, hello. Thanks for coming. I'm having fat finger syndrome here today. Oh, that's good, Randy, that you're doing good. 24 on my way to work. You lost me. Are you saying you're not at work? And again, if you're driving, stay off your phone. Put me on the dash, listen, and drive till you get to work. You're another one. Oh, gracious. Mummy says hello. Well, hello from Canada, Mummy. The land of the great white. Although I've got to cut my grass this weekend. Never, ever have I cut my grass this late. The middle of October was the like end when I cut my grass. And if I don't cut it now, it's going to look disgusting in the spring. And my field that's behind me, it turns into a great big, well, it's a running river in the spring, because that hill from the farm just comes straight through, and well, water takes the path of least resistance, and that's where it goes. Hey, Terry. Or did Mike hijack your account again? Excuse me. And I think you've confused Abby, Paul. And hello, Mr. Jim. Glad that you came for a visit. You're amazing, always hardworking in projects. She's awesome. Talks. Oh yeah. If you can go ahead and drop Melody's link, Paul. And I'm sure, Abby, you have. I'm sure you have Melody. I'm almost positive that I've seen. Yeah, I'm almost positive I've seen you on her lives. Oh, okay. And who we got? Hey, Andel. How are you? Hopefully it's a good end of the week. And what have we got this week? It's been a quiet week. I got more seeds from Joe. And I think I still have more coming, but the customs are going to start checking me out, checking Joe out, because there's nothing but seeds coming this way. So they're going to start asking questions. And I went and ordered one of Debbie's books. That's a fairly large book. And it's just for keeping all your YouTube channels. So you've got the channel name, real name, and then you have a whole bunch of different places. And then the book looks like this. So I figured I'd plug it. It's a good Christmas present, good stocking stuffer. I'll leave the link. Excuse me. I'll leave the links in the description after this video posts. But I just actually got it this morning, so I can start filling up that link, or filling up all the pages. And who else have we got? Craig's Cabin. Hello, buddy. How are you doing? Hopefully everything across the pond is well with you. Yeah, it's a neat little book. It's nothing elaborate. We were going to make it a lot more elaborate on the inside, but then Amazon wanted to charge folks a whole lot more money. And I'm like, seriously, all what we need is a place to put the channel name, the real name, and make it big enough that you can write notes. You know, I know Monica over at Bland's, she's bought herself one. And I know there's been a few others that have purchased one, and it's we kept the price down as low as we could. Tell you the truth, we're making $1.68 per book. So whenever you hear like Craig say that, for his beautiful book that he wrote on forging, he's only making $5 a book. That's no BS. They take the whole profit. But again, it's our design, but they're the ones printing it. So I guess really they're the ones with all the risk. So anyways, so be it, I suppose. And so is it still chilly down in Oklahoma? I know you guys were, well, who's live? Oh, I guess I was in Bland's, and then I was chatting with Matt and a bunch of those boys over in another live. And I appreciate that, Craig. Yeah, I was chatting to Matt and those guys, and they were saying that it was supposed to be really cold in Oklahoma and Texas. Oh no. Which, is nothing for us, but yeah, that's I've seen some of the houses down around, well, not right around your houses, but I've seen homes down there, and they're just not built for it. Where our houses are 2x6 outside and full of insulation, and in the middle of winter I could lose power for a day and I still wouldn't, nothing would freeze in the house. Well, plus I have wood. I don't always use wood, but we have it just in case the power goes out, because we are just far enough outside of town that if they have to take our power to keep the town running, we lose our power. So my next investment is going to be one of those generators. Oh, that's not too bad, Terry. That's shorts and t-shirt weather here. Oh my goodness, Billy. 25 this morning. Yep, that's chilly. That's chilly indeed. And thanks, Craig, for posting all the links, and thank you to all the moderators for being around. Touch wood. It's been quiet the last little bit, and I don't even know what the temperature is here, to tell you the truth. Well, I know in Celsius, but a lot of people don't know how to do the conversion. So we are sitting at 37 right now. Hence why we're having snow showers, but it's not sticking. As soon as it hit the ground, it melts. And just so everybody knows, it's 75 and raining in Miami. And that's no joke, because that's, hopefully where we're going to be leaving out of in May. I doubt it. I tried to cancel it, but those ships are pretty. So yeah, I've got Miami 75 and raining. Yeah, but it is better than 37 and sun here. But so what else? We got seeds this week. Still waiting on a couple packages. I'm going to do a little video here just to show Tammy my appreciation. Um, yeah, it's still bikini weather here. You keep Marvin out of his bikini. Although you might get quite a few views if you put him in a bikini. Something might go viral. Just saying. Supposed to be a high of 71 here tomorrow. That's still chilly. Heck of a lot warmer than here, but it's still chilly. Everybody runs here whenever it gets above 75. Everybody's like, oh, it's so hot. Mm-mm. Right around 100 to 110 is where I like it. Sit outside, and yeah, I love it. Love the heat. Always have. But now, are those devil emojis? Or are they troll emojis? Tell us what you're thinking, Kareen. Come on now. And do. Love it, Paul. Love it. Not that I'm laughing at Kareen or anything, because that wouldn't be very nice. I'm just trying to bring back up the other chat so I have both of them running. Gone. In play. Over to the edge. There we go. What are you trying to say there, Big Matt? Burr? Is that word? As my wife would like to say, that's an incomplete sentence. Oh, Kareen. You know, and you always pick on me, but Paul's worse than what I am. I'm the good one. I'm the perfect little angel. Might have a few horns growing out, but yes, I know you're lurking. You're watching. Everybody's lurking and watching. Oh, somebody's calling me from Kingston, Ontario, Canada. They're probably telling me that I've had now 3 phone calls today that they found a package coming across customs, and press 1 to speak to an officer who will come and arrest me right away. Yeah, okay. Press 1 if you'd like to resolve this by giving us Amazon gift cards. Dum-dums. Yeah, I don't see any of those, Matt, yet. It's been actually, I'm going to jinx myself, so I'm going to stop that sentence right now. Who did I see come in? Homestead Family Reclaimed. Hello, Mike. How are you? Hopefully the end of the week is treating you better than what it did at the start of the week. And hey, yes, there is one who cooks, bakes, and cleans. I gotta chat with Marvin. We can swap recipes. There's Darren, Thor Haven Farms. There's another channel, guys. If you're not subscribed, go subscribe and run his videos. They've got the folks, but I know he's still a little bit short. At least last time we chatted, he was still a little bit short on watch hours. As long as you have not run his videos in 45 days, then go ahead and run them again. But if you've done it within the last 45 days, don't run them again because you won't get anything. It'll be a waste of your time. That's one of the new things they've changed, along with now they're telling me that the dislike button is gone. I'm not sure. I forgot to even look on my thumbs down video still there. I was watching a live just before mine, and they said that today they were going to be turning off the dislike button. And yes, thank you, Paul, for putting up John and Sherry's channel. That's another great channel, guys. I can't say enough about John and Sherry. Great folks on the east coast of Canada. You can't get any farther east than what John and Sherry are, or you're going to be really, really wet. So we have Bramble Hill Farms, which Aaron and Daniel are on the west side of Canada, and you have John and Sherry on the east side of Canada. And then I'm just kind of in the middle. I appreciate that, Craig. Hey, whoa, Paul. You be nice. I'll put you on timeout. It's all about sharing the love. It's Fellowship Friday, not, oh, hell yes it is. Let's have fun and make fun of one another. If you can't make fun of yourself, who can you make fun of? Nobody. Or Paul. One of the two. Blue Farm, hello. How are you? Hope everything's well with you guys. And, oh, I know. I've got some really fun news. And I was chatting with another channel this morning. We were just, shooting the poo. And I got an Instagram message from Tuber Chat. And Kevin over at Tuber Chat is going to be highlighting my channel on Monday. I'm going to be his featured channel for the day. So, yay! That's it's really exciting. And if you guys have not checked out Tuber Chat, go for it. Joe from Garden State Gardener, he's on it. Mike and Chelsea, Vision Acres. Chris from E3, myself. Blue Farm, I'm not sure if I've seen you there, but I think I have. But, Homestead Aquarius. Hey, Robert, how are you? And yes, I am so excited about Kevin reaching out to me to see if he could highlight the channel. It's been a rough couple months. Just to get out of bed sometimes was hard, but we're coming along. We're getting there. And I'm just so excited. Kevin's such a great guy over at Tuber Chat. He does so much for so many smaller channels. As long as your channel's under 10,000, he has no problems to push your channel. And I saw that, Bob. I just got the alert just as I was about to go live that he was acquitted of all charges. But yet I read who was it? It wasn't like one of the tabloids or whatever. It was who I'd say is a reputable, and it wasn't like who was it? Anyways, they did a great big write-up about this Kyle, and they didn't think that the trial would actually get this far. They thought that it was going to be put into a mistrial long before now. And I was just getting to the end of the piece, and then all the live started. So, and then I just watched a little snippet of one of the reporters said that, oh, awesome, Mandel. Yeah, it's a great community that he's got over there. Um, like anything, you've got to be really careful. You have your people that are simply out for numbers. They don't care. They want you to subscribe to them, watch all their stuff, but yet they just sit back and they won't return the favor. But I've got to say, I've got about 20 new family members from Tuber Chat in the last month. I'm going to say 10 to 12 of those are actually interactive all the time on my channel. That's actually pretty good, over 50%. And I don't think that I've ever had that many folks join that that actually started becoming part of the channel that isn't within our community, which, you know, is again just awesome. All right, what's Bob having to say here? You haven't heard on the news. It was, I gotta say, I didn't follow the whole trial, but I was watching snippets of it, and I wasn't sure what was going on there, but especially after NBC News had the photo following the jury van, trying to get a pic of them. Wow. Hey, Jesse. Hey, Jesse here. Hey, Scott's here. How are you? Hopefully everything's doing well. Kyle, what's his last name, Bob? Kyle Rittenhouse, something like, yeah, Rittenhouse or Rittenhouse, something like that. It's a huge trial that was going on in the U.S. Might be worth a read, Paul, especially, you know, after what you've done, you know, in your lifetime, and it's just, yeah. So yeah, it's definitely definitely something that you should go. Oh, it's all good, Jen. I know that the chat's just going crazy today, which I'm okay with. It shows great activity, and you know, I'm just trying to catch everything. Normally, I kind of get on a rant and I forget to watch the chat. And I feel horrible because I want to make sure that, you know, everybody gets the recognition of being here supporting me. It truly does mean a lot, and actually humbled by the amount of folks that keep coming in and out. And Red in the Valley, how are you, neighbor? To the west, well, northwest. Hope all is well. That's all right, John. Nice to see that you were here, my friend. And if band practice is the same amount of time, we'll probably see you whenever you get home, sir. And yeah, take care. Yes, their shirts are awesome, Bob. I don't watch the news, so I'm clueless. I try not to watch the news, but it was just an article I saw popped up on Facebook from. It wasn't one of the major news. It was, I forget who it was, but it was more informative than anything else. It didn't side one way or another. It just kind of gave the facts. Although, looking back, the facts, does anybody really know the true facts? And Abby, saw your new video. Which video, Abby? Who are you talking about? And yeah, absolutely, Paul. Yeah, everybody's here for the good laugh. Oh, good old Jesse jumps in and jumps right to work. My goodness, I don't know. I know what he's doing. Next thing we're going to see is it's going to be lazy days ahead with Jesse and Lisa, the consultants. I know what he's up to because he's T minus 13 days, Jesse. So he's trying to get, came out a few minutes ago. It was supposed to come out yesterday. I thought it was already up. Yeah. Now I'm confused, Abby. Doesn't take much. But yeah, that video was supposed to come out yesterday. And look at that. It just came out. Huh. All right. Well, it just has the discount code from Casey's Etsy shop if you want to order candles or whatever. I get a little bit of a snippet of I don't know what you'd call it. So I can order a couple candles for free or something. Whatever. It's more to help Casey. And there's another great guy. Whenever you're dropping links, guys, if you can drop Ormsby Farms, please. I met Casey. He was having beverages. I believe it was even red wine on Yogi Hollow Farms Live. Probably about 5 months ago. And it's been a hoot ever since. I must have hit the wrong. I must have hit the wrong button. And hello, Jeffrey Allen. How are you? Well, I did see that you released a video, and I'll be quite honest, Darren, I haven't watched it yet. I have had beaver, and beaver is amazing if it's cooked right. I've had it done twice. I've had it just caught like soon after process cooked. I would say it would be a mix. What would you say the taste would be of beaver? It's got the consistency of chicken. It's got a wee bit of a gamey taste, but the first time I didn't like it. It was just honestly dispatched, clean, cooked. Second time, it was marinated for 48 hours and then slow cooked the entire day. And I tell you what, that had to be some of the best meat I've ever eaten in my life. And now, Kareen, there is so many beavers over here. They're a nuisance animal. They flood out roads. You have to have, or how do I say that? You're supposed to have a license. One of my friends is a licensed trapper, so hence how I can get these strange. There isn't a whole lot that I haven't tried. That are little rodents. And no, Paul, it did not. No, I didn't say fish. No. The Southern Life. Landon, how are you, sir? If you can, I know Landon will be in and out because they're in the bush working. Okay, Jeffrey. I don't know. I just simply I've had it slow roasted, and then I've had it cooked like you. I don't know. I wouldn't call it slow roasted. But you're catching cows today with your friend. Well, hopefully you have a four-wheeler and you're not having to run and chase cows, because I hate that. Four-wheelers so much better. And absolutely, Bob. I know the girls were putting like teary faces, whatever, but I'm telling you, if you have not tried it, if you didn't know what you were eating, you would definitely go back for seconds. It's that good. Now, did you marinate yours, Darren? Or did you marinate it, or did you just cook it right away after dispatch? Yeah. Okay. That's the only way that I'd eat it. No, Chris, you can keep all the Rocky Mountain oysters. You want to eat those, you go right ahead. I do have a few morals, and one is eating Rocky Mountain oysters. Not a chance is this boy going to be doing that. Hedgehog Homestead. Hello, Laura. How are you? Has the packing started? Hey, Wendy. Now, if you want to see seeds, you've got to go to Southern Sow and Grown, and I believe it's one of her last couple. I think it may even be her last video. That's seeds. I've never seen anything like it. Jesse just dropped Wendy's link. You've got to go. If you're not subscribed, number one, subscribe. And number two, you've got to watch that seed video. It's crazy. Like, wow. Why not Scott? Why not what? Come on now, Kareem. What am I not? Why not what? You're losing me here. Go ahead. You want to play? We'll play. I know exactly what I said, Paul. Somebody put Kareen on timeout? What? I'm just going through to see what happened to Kareen. It's not showing me anything, Kareen, that you were put on timeout. No. What did it say to you? Because I'm going through here and I'm looking and it's not showing me. It's showing me everything that you've been typing. Well, no, it wasn't us, Kareen. It must be. I've heard of other folks saying that this within the last couple of weeks that there's been issues, but know that you were not put on timeout by any one of my mods or myself. Because heck, I'd take credit for that. Rocky Mountain oysters. Well, Kareen, there's only certain things that go into this mouth, and Rocky Mountain oysters aren't one of them. And Mr. Jim, 74 degrees and cloudy here in northeast of Orlando. That's not nice, Mr. Jim. So when are you going to have us all over for like Christmas, Mr. Jim? So we can all like start to congregate, because it looks like you're going to be about the warmest place at Christmas time. So I guess you're going to have to host the whole family this year. Some people will bring tents and some people will just sleep in vehicles, but know that you're hosting Christmas if it's going to stay that warm where you are. Just saying. Didn't you miss me? Yes, I have. I was like hurt that you weren't coming to visit anymore. And I thought that you were just making a stance that you weren't going to let Marvin anywhere near me. And then that kind of hurt a little bit because, you know, Marvin and I could have a lot of fun if you and Debbie weren't in the middle of it. Oops. My outside voice again. I'm sorry. No, I know I can't see anything either, Chris. It said the host or mod has put you in timeout. and then it came back up. My comments were marked. Didn't know why. It's not showing. Wow. I don't know what to say, Kareen, other than it wasn't us. It wasn't me, and it wasn't any one of my mods, because I would get, I'd get a highlighted thing on my phone. So as long as you're, if it happens again and it won't let you back in, just, I've got my other phone here. I'm getting text messages and whatever. So send me an Instagram message. Yes, about hunting the other. I didn't make it. I did make it home. All 26. I had harvested buck doe. Bucks range from 8 point. Brutal Bob, I hope you got a picture of that big one, because I want to see that. That would have been a big boy. Big boy. Brutal Bob just sent me a text on the deer that they harvested this year. Let's just say there's one that they harvested that I've never even heard of being that large. That's crazy. Yeah, no, Paul. If Kareen's not letting me anywhere near Marvin, you're not even in the same continent as Marvin. And yeah, that's just, it is really weird, Terry, and it frustrates me to no end. You know, I got on a bit of a rant this morning with a few friends. The amount of commercials that are being played on channels that are nowhere close to being monetized is ridiculous. They're, well, I'll just say it. Wendy's video the other night, excuse me, what is it, Wendy? About a 5-6 minute video. She had 3 commercials that I had to sit through because they wouldn't let me skip it. Wendy's got 100 and I want to say 60 some subs, maybe 80 some, 180 some subs. But I just don't get it. Like, they're already making $7 billion a month. Really? Anyways, that's my rant for today. Probably not. I'll probably rant more, but that's okay. I had a doe come out on Sunday at last light. I shot her. Oh, you shot right under. Always seems the way. So the only thing we have right now is we're back to bow hunting until, what is it, Darren? I think it's the first week of December. We can bow hunt, and then that's it until next fall. Scott Kareen said she trusted me about as far as she could throw me with her bad back. Absolutely, Paul. I feel the pain. Yeah, that, you know what, Wendy? We're playing in their sandbox. They're making the rules, and unfortunately, 7 billion wasn't enough. I guess I got to make 10 billion now. But, you know, and they just seem like they're making it. I said that was my last rant, but I guess it kind of one goes with the other, and they're just making it so hard to monetize now, taking watch hours away. Like I said, was it last week? No, the week before. I got 2 watch hours. I had 20 some people on Thursday for 3.5 hours. and I had 19 to 22 people on the Friday for 2.5 hours. I got 2 watch hours out of that. Really? Anyways. And it's not like, even if they were saying that, people were coming and going and whatever, there's enough folks that I know were commenting the entire time. Like, anyways, yeah. So she was at 177 subs. Now she has 153 in 2 days. So if you're not subscribed to Wendy, Southern Sewn and Grown, go give her a thumbs up. Watch a few videos. Make sure that you're whenever you subscribe, it sticks. It just, yeah, you said that right, Paul. I won't repeat it, but I just don't get it. Like, she works her butt off putting up videos and for what? For them to come in and swipe 24 subs away in 2 days? You can't tell me that there's 24 people that went, we don't like Wendy's channel. Let's unsubscribe. A couple? Sure. But you're not going to have that many people all at once. It's obviously computer driven. It just gets frustrating. And, I did really good last week. And hopefully Monday, whenever Kevin highlights my channel, I'll go up. But I know I'm going to lose most of them because YouTube's going to go, oh, look it. He just got 20, 30, 40, 50 new friends that are now family members. Oh, yeah, let's wipe them. Even Monica was saying last night, Monica and Eric, she had to resubscribe to 4 different people yesterday. That, and they're friends. They watch their channel all the time, but they had to resubscribe to them because YouTube wiped them. And, I've lost a few family members that, will you unsubscribe from us? No, I didn't. Anyways, it is what it is, and there's nothing that we're going to be able to solve unless we start computer programming and start working for their big conglomerate. Yeah, exactly, Wendy. So what I do is I've got I'm subscribed to about 500 channels, 100 of which I would interact with in a given week. Either they're here supporting me, I'm supporting them, watching videos, whatever. It's probably about 100, and then I try to binge watch, if I'm not doing anything, the other 400. So, it is what it is. And yeah, that's it, Terry. It just, I can keep track of the top, 20, 30 that you see in a given week. But, like there's a couple channels that they're not in our genre. One is a woodworking channel that I like to watch. He's actually not that far up the valley from where I am. Does beautiful, beautiful woodworking. Like literally 45 minutes away. I watch his videos. He's a great guy. And I've now subscribed to him for 4 or 5 times. Finally, they stopped taking Chris and Sarah away. I don't know how many times I've had to resubscribe to E3 Farmstead, you know, and it just gets frustrating. Like, hello, Chris is on pretty much every one of my lives, and I'm in every one of his lives. Anyways, I guess I could stomp and I appreciate that, Craig. Absolutely. So, like Kevin at Tuber Chat says, so if Craig or one of the mods, if one of you guys could put, if one of you guys could put up Tuber Chat's link, I strongly recommend Tuber Chat. He lives in Niagara Falls, Canada, and his whole Tuber Chat channel is based on growing channels with under 10,000 subscribers. And thanks, Chris. Appreciate it. And that's this whole thing. And, you know, he has made YouTube a full-time job. He's got, I think, 3 channels. He's got a music channel that anybody can use as long as you're subscribed to it. It's not registered music, so we can use all his music that's in one of his channels. Tuber Chat is Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday maybe? Or yes, it's 4 days, because it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday are his Tuber Chat days. And like he's come right out and he said, oh, I'm not getting rid of you guys, Kareen. I know. I love my Jamaican friends. One day we will meet. You may have to come to a resort somewhere, but we will meet. Or you can come to Canada. Just don't come in the winter. Because coming from your climate to my climate, I'd never get you guys away from a heated blanket. But yeah, he does so good. And like he said, YouTube right now, to hit the algorithm is, so I do 2 lives a week. And he said if I was to bump 1 video a week, that would put me up on the algorithm and keep me at a steady pace. He said any more than that might help, might not help. I know Kevin and Brandon and those guys, they try to hit every second day. But I don't know if it ever helped them. And that's one thing that I will have to find out is, you know, is it beneficial to put up a video and a short and 2 lives? Or just 2 videos a short? Or 2 lives and a short? It's just one of those things that it looks like they're absolutely summer visits to Canada only. Yes. Don't worry. I will have lots of wood for Marvin. And oh, look at, there's the troll. No, you're not the troll. Your troll's working, Monica. I can't make fun of you like I do Eric. It's just not nice. Oh, my new drink of choice, cranberry and cherry. Oh, it's so good. Tell you the truth, I haven't had pop in 5 days. Now, there's probably not, well, pretty much probably even on sugar content. But I don't know. It seems to be working anyways. and you're going to start doing one live a week, absolutely. You know what? If you can, I know Wednesday night, right after Mama V, is an hour that's open, but I know Mel and Gary are talking about coming earlier. So I don't know how the Wednesday night's going to jumble out. And then the rest of the week is pretty much filled. It's I love my cranberry juice. Always have. And why is everybody laughing at Davis? Blends already worked in this one. Oh boy. Oh, it is Eric. Okay, well I can pick on you then. That's all good. And you're more than welcome anytime. Hopefully you stay longer here than what you do is keeping your drone in the air. I'm sorry, that'll be the last one, but that one was good. Oh, poor Eric. I feel so bad. I'm over it. We got. What do you mean? Paul is like top shelf. He can talk smart because nobody's going to swim across the ocean to get him. And Lord knows nobody can afford the plane ticket to go get him. Poor drone. I just can't even imagine what went through his head as he was watching it fly into the tree. But I got to give it to Abigail last night. She's hilarious. She's got both your sense of humors, and I think it's absolutely hilarious. And she picks no favorite. She picks on both of you. Well, you more than Monica, but oh gracious. That was harsh on the drone. Yes. So actually, you get it back today, do you not, Eric? I think you said. Do you have a link to join today, Scott? Mike was wondering if you were just doing a special guest. Oh no, you know what? I actually totally. Of course, I'll put up my link. I just got chatting. I know. It's strange. Me rambling? Come on. Just doesn't happen. There we go. Link's up. It's all good. So you can let Big Mike know to come on in. Just knock. Eric is. Oh, love it, Jesse. I love it. G'day, brother.
Hey, what's going on?
Not much.
You were rambling, but you were rambling with nobody.
I know. Well, I was actually, you know what? Half the time I miss the chat. And today I figured I'm going to focus more on the chat. And yeah, it's been an eventful day.
Chris says, knock, knock.
No. Oh, yeah. Chris, you can come up if you want. You're not knocking.
Yeah.
So what's going on, bud?
Oh man. I got sick yesterday.
Oh, no.
I had my booster,
Oh,
and that put me straight in the dirt. I had to come home and I slept for like 4.5, 5 hours. Man, I was feeling bad.
and now are they making you guys wait 6 months in between the booster and your last shot?
No. Well, yeah, it has to be
Oh.
6 months.
Okay.
But
I was going to say, because that's what they're doing up here, and I can't get my booster January, I think.
yeah, I was sick in October, or if you remember that, but I
Yep.
wasn't taking any of the medication that was on their list, so I didn't have to wait 90 days.
Okay.
So all I took was NyQuil, a lot of NyQuil, aspirin, and stuff like that. And they said, yeah, those aren't on the list. So I went ahead and did it. But man, I was throwing up. It made me absolutely nauseous sick.
Wow.
And then I drove home, stopped one time to puke again, and then got into bed around 12:30, got out of bed about 5:30, and then I felt fine. But it was just that initial thing that just made me sick as a dog.
And you had the Pfizer, right?
Yeah, all mine are Pfizer. Yeah.
Yeah. That's see, I can't go even if I wanted to because I had my flu shot last week.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And no problem, Chris. I just can't take a chance with the flu as well. That's the worst thing they're saying for my neck, because they said it's going to take at least 3 years for everything to firm up.
Yeah.
From all the crap they put in the back of my neck.
Yeah.
And they don't want me throwing up because they said that's the worst thing for your neck is whenever you go to wrench, it obviously your neck takes the brunt of it.
Yeah.
So that's why
now I feel absolutely fine. So
did you have a reaction though on the first two, or were you good?
The first one, my arm was so sore I didn't even want to lift it. And then the second one, I had no reaction whatsoever. And then this one, I just got sick to my stomach, and my vision was getting a little bit blurry too.
Wow.
So, and nothing happened within the first 15 minutes. It was about an hour into it. And then, I just said, man, I can't do this. So good thing I have a metal trash can with a bag inside it next to my desk.
Surprise to the janitors.
Yeah. And I texted our janitor and I said, I'm so sorry about the bathroom. So I was an elevated puker in there because I didn't want to touch nothing because everybody uses it. So
that's it.
He said, no problems.
Yeah.
So,
and
I feel fine now. Jeez.
See, that's just weird,
Yeah.
And then, I see some people in the chat saying they'd never get it. You know what? Each person is their individual choice.
Yeah.
And,
I
know what's best for my
I look at it
family.
like this, my body, my choice.
That's right.
That's how I see it.
If it's constitutional for one part of our society to say my body, my choice, it should go for everybody, my body, my choice.
Yeah. Exactly.
So that's just power to the people.
And I've noticed being, in the medical field that it depends on the person because each person reacts to it differently.
Sure.
We've had some that has had absolutely no side effects whatsoever from it.
Yeah.
And then we've had others sick as a dog from it.
Sure.
I haven't even had a sore arm. Nothing.
You know, and the way I explain it to people is it's a lot like the flu shot. You know, everybody has a different reaction to the flu shot every year. You get some that don't get sick at all. You get some that come down with the flu and it's worse after that than it was before.
Yeah.
So, you know, I look at it like that, and that's what I try to explain to people is that every person reacts to a vaccine differently.
Sure.
It does
Yeah.
not react to the same with everybody across the board.
And you know, I talked to the lady, the nurse that gave me the shot, and I said, she goes, "You're all done." I go, "Whoa, I didn't even feel it." And she goes, "What do you mean?" I said, I go, "Well, the first time, I mean, it felt like that lady tried to go into the bone to put that thing in there." And she goes, "Oh, yeah." She goes, they should never do that. You're supposed to do it a certain way. And I going, well, she didn't do that because it was so sore I couldn't even lift my arm. It felt like a torn rotator cuff. It hurt so bad. And then she goes, "Oh my gosh." So
That sounds like Kyle's first shot. Whenever he had Moderna because they're doing all our military here with with Moderna.
yeah.
So like he said, all the medics are being trained the side effects of Moderna.
Mhm.
So although I wanted him to take Pfizer, he's like, no, my brothers are all Moderna.
Yeah.
And I want to be the same. If we're out in the field, they don't have to second guess. They know everybody is Moderna.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, that makes sense. Yeah. But like, she drew blood. She was giving him a vaccine and there was blood pouring out of his arm.
Yeah.
She
hit something. She hit something in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
And I just want.
Hey, Laura, how are you doing?
I'm good. Good. I'm thankful to Scott letting me procrastinate right now on my packing. So I've been packing all week. So
or something like that. You're moving to Tennessee?
Moving to Tennessee out of Oregon.
That's right.
I wish I was out of here today because who knows what's going to happen after
he's getting the short timers attitude. We say in the military, right?
That's right.
It's time to boot, scoot, and boogie.
Are you getting snow?
Well, no, we're not getting snow.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just worried. Is there gonna be a lot of rioting this weekend and stuff because the stuff? Yeah.
No, it's warmer in the north than it is in the south right now.
I know it is. Well, no, I can't say that. Mike and Terry are about 15 degrees warmer, but last night we were warmer than what you guys were.
Oh, we had frost on the pumpkin this morning down here in McAllister.
Oh, yeah.
The grass was frozen.
That's crazy.
It's like 68 degrees or something like that.
It's 52 degrees right now here.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah, it's beautiful outside.
That's crazy that we're only, 2 hours away from each other?
Yeah.
And there's almost a 10-degree difference.
Well, by law, Texas air is supposed to turn at McAllister. It don't go up towards Muskogee. It turns. So, yeah.
Now, I just want to say hi to Margie. She came in.
Hey, Margie.
Brampton Gardner.
Hi, Margie.
Hey, Bob, did you get your T-shirt? I think he ordered a T-shirt or something.
He did, and he, I don't know if Terry was on earlier, but he said that he got the T-shirt and it felt really good.
All right. Yeah, because I seen
you guys get yours, Mike?
Oh, yeah, we did. I wore ours on the live. We did a whole thing about you guys on our live.
Yeah, I missed it. I'll have to go back and find it because we've had a lot going on lately.
Yeah, I think we did yours not this last Wednesday because we wore LG's last night. And then LG sent us 2 t-shirts. Check this out. So she went online to her merch store to order them. Well, she had just sent some to Mike with a Y at Fowler Family, and she turned around and she goes, "Oh, I got to order the shirts for Mike and Terry." So she ordered the shirts and then forgot about the changing the address because it reverts back to her address, and she sent herself the shirts. And so, of course, from the merch store, it takes a week or two, sometimes, depending on how many they got going out. So it went to her house. So then she had to turn around and mail it to our house down here. So and she kept asking, "Hey, did you get your shirt? Did you get your shirt?" So then all of a sudden, Terry gets an email from her, says, "Oh, I found your shirts. They're in my mailbox this morning." So, yeah.
That's funny.
But we got them.
Yeah. Well, it was quite funny
That
because
is
she sent me one as well.
Yeah.
And she's like, she talked to Terry, and Terry said that I was a double XL. God bless her little heart. And I'm like, so she's like, there's a shirt coming. It's double XL. Terry said and I'm like, double XL. Oh, Jesus. I got to start losing a lot of weight.
Well, here's what I told Terry. I said, because we wanted to get one, we had to send one up to Heather Hopper, and she's up in Canada. We had to get one to you, and we wanted to send one to Raquel. I said, well, get a hold of Scott and see if we can mail them all to Scott, and then he can mail them out in Canada.
Well, Heather's like 45 minutes from me.
Yeah.
She's like just on the other side of Ottawa.
But, when we go on the merch store and Terry sends stuff, everything's at cost.
Yes.
Under our merch store. So, and it was just the shipping. I said, well, just send them all to Scott and let him mail them, and we'll PayPal him some money.
Yeah. Anytime you want to do that, just
Yeah.
let me know. Give me a heads up, and because if it fits me, it may not go anywhere else.
So I coined Raquel. I gave her a new name, and I called her the Queen of the Great White North. So that's her new name for me.
I don't know where she is today. She's not around today. She might have had to work all day.
She might have to work a little bit.
She might be buried in a snowbank somewhere too.
Yeah.
Those guys are getting hit hard.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Oh,
Her last video, I mean, it was up past the ankles already, and it was still coming down.
oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
Then I seen Thorhaven Farm, and they're just getting pounded with snow.
Yeah, well,
we need to get pounded with snow.
They're in northern Quebec, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like they're about 5-6 hours from me.
Yeah.
About 5 hours, because I'm about 4 from Quebec City, and he's an hour north of Quebec City.
Yeah.
So.
Well, with the snow, it takes longer. So,
Oh yeah. Yeah. And now I did see somebody else come in. Aoki Homestead. Howdy, howdy. Your first freeze of the year. Well, I think you might be getting a few more this winter from what I'm reading. It's supposed to be warmer up here and colder down there.
Well,
That's fine with me.
Davis Family Life's in here, and they're probably freezing down there in Jamaica.
Yeah, I know. She already made it knowing that it's bikini season still there.
Yeah.
And it's funny because you said what I was typing, Scott. When she said about bikini weather, and you were saying Marvin, talking about Marvin being in bikini.
Yeah.
I was literally halfway through it when you said that and had to delete it.
Great minds think alike.
I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to see Marvin in a Speedo. Okay.
I was like, Kareem,
Could you
why did
imagine?
you have Marvin in a bikini?
Could you imagine Marvin in a Speedo wheeling his
Big knife.
knife,
Machete.
his machete working and stuff? Yeah, I don't know.
It'd be funny for
Hey,
sure.
buddy. Hey, buddy. How are you? Sitting with mom.
Yep.
Now, Mike, I gotta message you later, anyways.
Oh,
Oh, Charles got his shirt we sent him. That's
awesome.
good.
Nice.
And then we sent the package down to Jared, Matt, and crazy Uncle Jerry down there in Texas. So they should have got theirs already. So
Oh, I'm sure Jared will make a cranky video about it.
oh yeah. Probably because I sent him a 2X. and I sent him a red one so it just stands out.
Oh no, that's hilarious.
I know, it's like I sent Scott a picture of his that I got because he thought it was pink, but it was red, like red.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm talking red. And red
Wow.
is by far my least favorite color.
But you stand out in it.
But I wear that sucker proudly.
She
I
has a
appreciate
mankini, especially.
I can't see the chat. Hi, Aquarius.
That's why I'm kind of doing all this.
Yeah.
Stickers. I like stickers. I finally got my stickers and I'm starting to send them out this weekend.
Yeah.
I need to make that video and order some stickers.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
But
We're doing what Tim did. We're going to go on Amazon and get the sheets of magnet paper. And then
Okay.
you put the sticker on it, then you cut around it, and then we can put it on our refrigerator. Because we have them all on our
Nice.
refrigerator.
Oh, so you take your stickers,
That's-
put them on the magnet.
And then cut them out.
Okay.
So,
I
I
never
have to
even
look
thought
into
about
doing
that.
That's cool.
yeah. Because magnet stickers are expensive.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
And you can get a pack of magnet paper, pretty cheap.
That's
I don't
cool.
know. I told my wife I needed an electric grinder for Christmas.
You already have a grinder. What do you want?
Yeah, I broke it.
I can give you mine so I can buy the new DeWalt cordless one.
There you
I love my DeWalt cordless stuff.
Yeah. That's what I'm replacing everything with now is all cordless because running all the cords and doing all that stuff all over the homestead and hauling a generator to each
Mhm.
location is just a pain in the butt. All you need is a bag
Yeah.
with a bunch of charged batteries. That's all you need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I looked at one, but it's not in my budget right now.
Yeah, I mean, they're not cheap.
No.
I've got one of the Bowers from Harbor Freight, and it costs $49.
That's
And
the one
it's
I'm
as good
looking
as you
at.
can get. I mean, they're just almost indestructible. But again, you got to haul cords, and if you've ever shot for a good extension cord, a 50-foot extension cord, it's outrageous what they cost.
Oh, yeah.
So
Well, we just we ran across 50-footers at Harbor Freight for like 15
Mhm.
bucks.
oh wow,
The outdoor indoor extension cords,
the heavy duty ones.
Oh,
the
that's
heavy duty ones were like 15 bucks.
Wow,
So we picked up 4 of them.
wow,
I was going to say that's cheap
yeah.
for the heavy, like
Yeah.
industrial. Yeah.
Yeah, the good orange ones, that are nice and bright.
Yeah, I got to go down to Durant, Oklahoma. They've got 4 of those, the larger electric mixers.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go down there and pick one of those up. It's like $160, but that's better than, because at work at our recycle center, we have 92 kilo cement bags for sale because they ordered too many for a project. And I've got 60 pallets of 35 bags on a pallet. And all you need is this is concrete. So you need gravel and rock to mix with it. And we're only selling them for $1 a bag.
I can't believe Mel and Gary didn't jump at that. My goodness.
I offered it because I don't know if you can use that for mortar. I think you can if you just add sand to it.
Yeah.
And I think you can do it, but the offer's still there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, you can. All you have to do, like you say, is use sand instead of gravel.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's usually like 5-1 or
Yeah, something like that.
It's been so long since I've worked with concrete, but
Yeah.
like even to do walkways or like sheds out on the homestead,
Yeah.
I know they're big bags, but that's fun. You just take the top off and scoop the
What you need. Yeah.
scoop what you need out until you can make it manageable, and then
Yeah.
put it in.
I used to, when I was a teenager, I was a hod carrier.
Okay.
And I had to make mortar for the masons when they were laying brick out in Arizona. And boy, they used to yell at me, "Oh, it's not thick enough, and it's too thick, and it's this." No, it took me half the summer to get that stuff right. But I used to haul that stuff up and down to those guys. But I think I was making like $4.95 an hour back in the 70s, and they were making something like $25 an hour, and I had to do all the work.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You take a scoop, you give your trowel a flick and turn it upside down. If it falls off, try it again.
yeah,
But if it sticks on your trowel, you're good to go.
yeah.
Hey, Yvonne. And I think that's all it's due. Yep. Oh. All right, Kareen, you go back to work. And you have fun. Waiting for another cooking video. It should be coming out soon.
Yep.
Oh, look at that. Jesse's already got up the link for the heavy duty extension cords.
There you go.
Nice.
Oh, why not?
That's awesome.
He is on it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, he is.
He gets his pay.
Yeah.
He works for his pay.
Yeah.
I don't know where
I
he
hope you're
works.
paying him what we pay him.
What's that, Mike?
I hope you're paying him what we pay him.
Well, I might be paying him a little bit more because in
Okay.
spring he might be
Love you.
on the homestead doing some maple syrup.
There you go.
But I'm going to make him work.
There you go.
Southern Stone Grow. I'm about an hour from an hour and a half from Nashville, on the west side of Nashville. So
There you go. Now this girl does some lifting. But
Yeah.
I guess whenever you own their own construction company,
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
you got to. Knoxville.
Oh, she's in Knoxville.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're hours and hours away. Probably
I've been to
6 or
Knoxville.
7 hours away.
But I was there for Army training at Fort Knox. I don't know. Yeah.
That was a few years ago.
That was I was there in 1980. 1980.
I was 7.
Yeah, that's yeah. I was 19. Yeah, I was 19.
Absolutely, Kareen. That is the Mod Father.
That is. He's the man.
He's ready to go.
The Mod
His
Father.
fingers are just ready.
Yeah. It's good to have good mod fathers.
Oh, absolutely. And Charles just went through
Yeah.
the link and he said there's no heavy duty ones.
Oh, really?
So they could have
Oh,
already
that's
sold
too bad.
out.
Well, it
that.
might be.
Yeah.
I mean, it might be depending on the stores.
True.
Because
Yeah.
you look on Harbor Freight and they'll say Mowgli, which is north of us, has 2 mixers still available, and then down south they're all out of them. But then you go to Sherman, and
Mhm.
Sherman has 5 of them and stuff like that. So it's kind of weird with Harbor Freight, but unless they did away
I think
with the
it's
sale.
like, yeah,
There's
all
a shot.
chains are kind of like that.
Paul, I told you, Paul, I'm old.
Uh,
I
And I
was born
see-
in 1961.
you got to fly, Mike. It's
Yeah.
funny. Your fly's flying
you're
right in
only-
front of your camera.
Me, that's not old.
No, I mean, it's not. I mean, my body feels old, but I still got my brain a little
Yeah.
bit. But I still remember we didn't have a TV. We had to go to my grandmother's house, and she had a black and white one. And you actually had to get up off the couch or the chair to go and turn the knob to the channels, and then,
Right.
move the rabbit ears and all that stuff. And and first time I seen
I
Wizard of
grew
Oz,
up that
it was in black and white, and I didn't know what color was. And about 2 years later, a friend of mine's family got the first color TV on our street. And when I seen the
Mhm.
Wizard of Oz, when they went in color, I go, "Holy smokes, this is technology!" You know what I mean? That's like prehistoric
Back
stuff.
in the day, where you could smack the side of the TV and then it would come into.
You got to move
clear.
those. You got to move those tubes.
Get the
Yeah.
tubes working. And he said that's not old, Mike. It's ancient.
Yeah.
Hey, I grew up in that time too. Or when you would go to adjust the little things, and then you'd like touch it, and then it would go clear. This, all of a sudden you'd get the signal, and as soon as you'd let go, it'd stop again. So it's like,
Yeah.
no, just stay right there and hold it.
Yeah. I remember those days. Stand right
Yeah.
there and just hold it. Well, the show just started.
Hold it.
Yeah. Well, if you think I'm sitting here for the next hour, you're nuts.
Yeah.
So you're like trying to like put all other, like foil on it or other things just to make it clear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I remember when I was a kid, we had baling wire wrapped around our rabbit ears. They went out the window. Then my grandmother had me climb up on the roof,
Oh,
wrap the wire around 2 washers, and then spread them across the side of the house and nail them in. That's when I figured out the whole thing about gravity is when I fell off the roof.
Oh,
She said, "Get
I'm
up."
sorry.
She goes, "Get up. I'll take you to Dairy Queen." I jumped up.
exactly. Yeah.
That's when Dairy Queen, you go to Dairy Queen and give them a quarter and you get an ice cream that big. Bigger than
Yeah.
your head. Now
That
it's
was
$1
Yeah.
something and you get a little cone.
Oh, we don't even have that up here anymore. Like just a medium dip cone or whatever is like $4 or $5.
Holy smokes. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. And Rebecca says she was born in 61.
I'm a January
Nice.
baby. I'm a January baby. So
Me too. Just many, many Januaries after
a
you.
lot, yeah. 60 January ago, I was.
Oh, and then I'll make you feel good.
Yep.
Then
That
you
makes
got
me feel good.
old brutal Bob.
That's right.
Yeah.
He was
Bob,
born
you-
a decade
Bob.
before me.
Yeah. You helped create the sand, Bob. We know.
Yeah.
Oh no. Rochelle said her neighbor slid off the roof and landed on her garbage can. Well, at least you helped protect his
Oh.
fall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Robert, January babies unite.
That's right.
My husband and I are December babies.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
I am older than the Mod Father.
Older than the Mod Father.
Yeah.
So you must be the father of mods.
I am something. I'm
Oh,
trying to grow a beard. It's coming in a little bit. Right along the jawline, it goes dark, and then it lightens up. I don't know what's going on. It must be all this hillbilliness inside me or something. It's like Joe Dirt. Trying to grow this beard.
and
Can't
Paul.
wait.
Mhm.
Well, I can't wait for November to come around, get done with, so I can shave it all off and just go back to my goatee with the
I don't
two
mind-
fingers pointing towards my butt dimple there.
I know, mine too. Got both sides that are like,
Yeah.
And Paul just wanted to point out that, Mike, you are older than the Mod Father.
Yes.
Good old Paul. We always count on Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
Great information from Paul sometimes. Great information.
Yeah. All you got to be Santa Claus to grow a real beard.
I know. And my son, okay, it must be the German in him because his she's German. And he can shave one day. And my son, if he shaves, he has to shave 2 times a day, or it's crazy because he gets a 5 o'clock shadow about 11:15 in the morning. So he just lets it go, and he has this beard, and he can go 5 days, and he's got a full beard, and I don't. So he must be getting that from the German side. So I told him, I said, you got a hairy chin and a hairy back. That's German.
Yep.
I didn't know the
much.
Germans were that hairy.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
What they call the Germans back before the Prussian days? They were, they were basically they were almost like Neanderthals. They were just like big, hairy, fighting warriors and stuff. I can't remember what they used to call them. The Romans used to fight them all the time, but yeah, no, it started with a G, and I can't remember what it was, but every movie you've seen them fight and stuff, they're big, hairy, beast-looking men. They're big old guys. That's my son. Plus the Norwegian side too. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he's Norwegian and German. That pretty much he's going to be hairy.
We did our genealogy, and I go back. A lot of times when you do genealogy, if people in your lineage were nobodies, like peasants and stuff like that, it just stops unless they were baptized in the Church of England or the Catholic Church or something like that. Then you can possibly go on. Well, mine went across there because I'm related to a guy named Peter Locke. He fought in the French-Canadian Wars and the Revolutionary War and all that stuff. And his grandfather was a knight, or he was a sir over in England when he came over to the New World. And then, so we followed him all the way through there through genealogy work. And then it goes up to Ireland to the Ellermans. And then the Ellermans were conquering people from Norway. And the Ellermans are direct relatives of King Olaf. Well, mine goes to King Olaf's third brother. So I guess it
Wow.
was whatever he was over there. So that's where it actually ended, because that brother only had one son to carry on the lineage and stuff like that. So I mean, it took Terry and I about 2 to almost 3 years to go back to like the 900s and stuff like that.
Wow.
So yeah, it took us about 3 years.
I know there's a an island right off of Germany that was founded by my ancestors, and there's actually a King Broom
Yeah.
that rules this island.
Yeah.
Probably
But that island is up above it. If you look on the map, I think it's the island to the east of Denmark, which is part of the old East Germany up in the island. It's the Black Sea or whatever that sea is up there.
Yep.
And the Germans had that one because I remember that because we took a tour to that island when I was a soldier over there.
Oh,
I don't know. Some company offered tours, and I said, "Oh, there, let's go up there," because they showed us all the old. I mean, it's still old school, the buildings and all that stuff. So we went up there. But yeah, but that was right after East German Wall fell, and we went to the East German side to Leipzig, to Dresden, because I really wanted to see Dresden because the Allied forces who were going into Poland to bomb the Polish training camps over there got turned around, and they weren't going to make it back unless they released their payload. So when they crossed the river, they dropped everything on the city of Dresden just so they could make it back to England. And that's why Dresden was so demolished at one time. But now if you go there, when I first went there, when the wall went down, I was there like a week and a half after the wall went down, and you could see the rubble. Nobody cleaned nothing up. They just built around all that stuff. And Martin Luther, who left the Catholic Church, he started his first church in Dresden, Germany, for the Lutheran Church. That's where it started. And that was all in rubbles. Now it's all rebuilt. They used the exact same stones that have been laying there for however long and rebuilt the church and stuff like that.
That's awesome.
It's a beautiful city. If you ever go to Europe, you can have Paris, you can have all that. Go to Dresden because the river that goes through Dresden, I think it's called, what is it, the Danube or something like that. All the commerce used to go up and down the river. So you go there and you see Greek architecture, Roman architecture, Turkish architecture. You see all kinds of stuff there, even today. It's just a beautiful city.
Wow. I guess so. Wow. If you're still here, Robert, have a great day. Have a great weekend. Take care.
Yeah, Robert. Bye. Sure, I'll see you sometime this weekend, though.
King Broom. Yeah, that's what we'll call you. King Broom.
Yeah. As long as you don't call me late for supper.
Now, one of these days, someone calls you up and says, "Hey, you are the last. We've been searching for you forever." Remember King Ralph, the movie?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I got to do what I got to do, right?
You got to do.
As long as I have a nice neck pillow and a comfy throne,
There you go.
I'll invite you all over.
Yeah.
Why you turn that way?
And
You
oh,
left
yeah.
it that way.
Oh,
Why do you get bacon grease all over your shirt?
I don't. I don't. I'll just slide that back around.
There you go.
Hi.
Now we're not used to this, guys. We're not used to it.
Hi.
So yeah, Rochelle said that she really can't do family history because her grandfather's name is John Smith.
Oh, wow.
There's a
That
lot of
would
Oh,
yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah. Yeah, because we were doing ours on the Joneses side of my family, and we went to Louisiana and we chose the wrong sister. And after we did some research, we're going, well, wait a minute, this doesn't make sense because everybody was supposed on that side was supposed to come down from Tennessee, and then Virginia, Tennessee, and stuff like that. So that didn't make no sense because I had a copy of my great 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 grandmother's birth certificate, and I said, well, that don't
I
make
see.
sense. So then when we started looking at it, we said, well, wait a minute, this other sister was a sister in there, but she was
Wow.
labeled on the census thing with an N. Okay, because she wasn't white. She was the daughter of their father who had a baby with one of his servants way back in Louisiana days, And come to find out, she married a guy named George Washington something, and then his father was in Mississippi. But when we got to him, they said he had a birth number. Well, we're saying, what does that mean, a birth number? Was that like there's birth certificate number? So then we went and we got a subscription from the genealogy at the Mormon church and stuff, who has an extensive genealogy library. And they said that no, when it says on there that it's a birth number, it's the birth number of where he came from, the training islands, which was Dominican Republic down in the Caribbean. That's where they took everybody when they stole them or kidnapped them from Africa. They'd take them to the islands to domesticate and then sell them. Well, his birth number, that was where they logged him in, and his owner gives you your name. And so that's where I found out, because we did 23andMe, and my 23andMe said that I'm 0.7% Congolese. And I looked at Terry and said, what the heck is a Congolese? She goes, you know where the Congo is? I said, well, yeah. And she goes, yeah, that's Congolese. And DNA doesn't lie.
No.
So it was an education for me, and what I believed what our family was, and from all the stories and stuff.
They weren't Indian.
Yeah, they weren't Indian. So that's how we found out we chose the wrong sister, is once we got the results from 23andMe.
Wow. I just find this history is so fascinating.
Yeah.
And it's just,
It is.
And
Amazing.
then her husband, we actually found his certificate from Grover Cleveland, who gave him signed over 40 acres for him to build a farm in Louisiana, in Claremore Parish. So it's so I'm just like going, man, we being stupid, we just chose the one sister and just ignored
The others.
the other one until we got our DNA back. So
Right.
And not for any certain reason. It just, you thought that's where it was.
that's where I thought it was.
that'd be really neat to go and actually track down where that parcel of land is, just to see it.
Well, we know it's in Claremore Parish, Louisiana. That's all we know.
Okay.
And that's what the thing on the thing. You heard the old saying, 40 acres and a mule.
Mm-hmm.
After the Civil War and stuff like that. Well, that's how they could only prove that the land belonged to them.
Wow.
Yeah. So the history lesson, a life lesson. So if I encourage everybody to find out who they truly are, stop listening to stories, get the facts right.
Right.
So
That's it. Mine came back that I'm
What?
about 8% African. We can't figure out what side,
yeah,
because the Brooms are 100% German.
yeah,
But somewhere, I guess, in my mother's side, there's got to be African descent somewhere.
somewhere. You never know.
But how many generations back, God only
Sure.
knows.
Yeah,
But yeah, no, I just it's unfortunate that they don't teach this kind of thing anymore. Like whenever we were in high school, we actually did history, this kind of history.
yeah,
Not anymore.
Mhm.
It's a joke. Now I shouldn't say that. It
Right.
depends on the teacher. but a majority of it,
It does.
it's pretty, it's a waste of time, really.
Yeah, if you do your DNA, it really helps you to track your lineage through ancestry.com and all these agencies
Mhm.
that have genealogy work, extensive genealogy work, and then go through the Mormons genealogy. I mean, it costs you, what was it, $20 or something like that to get a 1-year membership at the Mormon church and stuff like
Oh,
that.
I don't even know.
And there's several agencies out there, and you want to get the premium so they unlock everything for you. But doing your DNA will really focus you in on the direction you have to go. You see what I'm saying?
Right. I've done that.
Yeah.
And my lineage is Dutch, Western European Dutch, with a pinch of Spanish in me.
Yeah. What do they call the Spanish?
So
Oh, from the Iberian Peninsula.
Iberian Peninsula, they call that on, because your DNA will tell you back to they will tell you on your report where origin of life began for your DNA. And it's either on there's only two, right?
Mhm.
So, I mean, if you truly believe that Adam and Eve were the first two people on this earth, then that makes total sense. You're either from one side DNA or the other, because you have the strongest DNA from
Mhm.
one to the other, and which basically evolved from the African continent and stuff like that. So when you see Native Americans do their DNA and their stuff, you'll see that they'll have, Native American, and they'll break it down. And it really depends on how many people partake in checking their DNA. That's how strong the books go. But you'll also see them go across. Most of them are from Mongolia and stuff like that, for the Native Americans that came to the United States when they were capable of crossing the Bering Strait and all that stuff, where they came down.
Yeah, it'll show East Asian.
Yeah, East Asian for a lot of Native Americans. Well, all Native Americans, really. So it's kind of fun. It's fun. It's better than going out and drinking in bars and stuff. You're trying to find out who you are,
Yeah.
and it can overwhelm you, and it can take you over, because night after night, month after month, just sitting in front of that thing trying to find the right connections is really fun. It's like putting a puzzle together.
Yeah. Yeah. G'day, Backlash Fisherman. Matt, how are you? Oh,
What they used to call it.
here's Paul.
So
No, I forgot.
I know with Ancestry.com, there's 3 main geology tests that can be done to trace your ancestry.
Mm-hmm.
Ancestry.com only uses 2 of those tests. 23andMe only uses 2 of those tests.
Yeah.
They both use one main one, and then they use different secondary tests. So a lot of times that I'll hear people say that if you do Ancestry.com, you also need to do 23andMe, and then kind of look there to see, what the 2 highest are
Yeah.
from each one. But there's a company out there that actually uses all 3 of them. They run all 3 tests.
Oh, okay.
It's a lot more than Ancestry or 23andMe,
Yeah.
but you're getting a better deal on your DNA. So you're getting a more accurate ancestry background off your DNA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people double check it and they'll go and do the second one, but we did the first one with 23andMe, and we chose the premium one that they deliver. And so every once in a while they give you an app, and they'll send you the thing, and it'll just be questionnaires. and it will say about your Pacific background, about your health information and stuff like that, because all that helps in building the registry even more every time you do that. You know, are you bald, and what year did you start going bald? I mean, it's just like really specific.
Wow.
They'll send you a thing that, you know, when you first did it, you know, you're 33% more likely to have hair on your knuckles. You know what I mean? Because of your lineage. And I mean, wow, I'm going, are you kidding me? And everything they told them that they said to me, I said, well, I don't have that. And Terry goes, yeah, you do. They're right there. And I'm going, oh, because some people don't have hair on their fingers. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
like mine said, I was 63% likely to go bald before my 40th year. And that was absolutely hit it on the nose. But it's just because of everybody that's been in there, and every year it just gets more precise. And sometimes your stuff actually changes a little bit because more people are doing, you know, the DNA tests and stuff like that. So
That's
I
really
know with mine at Ancestry.com. So I've got quite a bit of I know a lot about my grandma's mom and dad and going back that way for our family tree. And when we got our results back, it was pretty accurate with lining up with what we already knew from doing our family
Yeah,
tree,
us too.
both on my grandpa's side and my grandma's side. So it's pretty accurate. The one thing that I noticed was our Norwegian, the percentage of Norwegian that we had in our ancestry. And I was, you know, I called my grandma both on my mom's side and my dad's side and was like, hey, is there any Norwegian anywhere in our history? And they're like, not that we're aware of.
well, you said, hold on.
And so it's like, okay, where's Norwegian coming from?
Yeah.
And so it was funny because when I looked at the Swedish side of me, that was dead on because my great grandmother was full blood Swedish. So then my grandma would have been half, my mom would have been what, a quarter? And I think mine's at like 12%, which is just under a quarter.
Yeah. Well,
So
they say
that hit it dead on.
they say that there is no, when you start talking about, as long as there's been wars in the world since time began, there is no, you couldn't go to 23andMe or Ancestry and it comes up and it just says you're English. You know what I mean? You are
Yeah.
Swedish, because the Vikings and the Swedes and the Finns, they all fought each other for centuries. And you know what happens when you win a battle, your rewards and all that stuff. Just like when they invaded England and Ireland and stuff like that. Nobody, you know, I'm German. Well, that's why the Koreans banned 23andMe to be sold. You can't purchase those on the internet or anything in Korea because too many people were finding out that they weren't Korean, even though they thought they were Korean.
Yeah.
And to protect their citizens, they banned 23andMe to be sold to the Koreans at all, period. So we had to get ours through the U.S. Military Postal Service.
They wouldn't send it to Korea.
I've heard somewhere that they want to use, they are gathering the DNA information and collecting it for crime information. Like now they can go in and see, even if you have a relation that's committed a crime, they can go back and trace your information and find other people's information and link it all back. It's very interesting through that DNA.
Yeah, I gave all that up when I joined the military, and they punctured my fingers and told me to put them on these two pieces of paper. So they had my DNA
Exactly.
since '79.
Yep.
You're
Well, when I came
uh,
into the U.S., mine as well.
Yeah.
yeah, you're well documented, Mike.
Yep.
The amount of times would they do that every time you went in deployment or just the once?
No, you do that when you first come in.
Oh, okay.
And then, like if you have any medical work that's done, like let's say they put a stent or a woman had augmented surgery and stuff like that, there's a serial number, and then you have to turn that over to the government just in case it's another way of identifying you in case you get killed in combat or they can't identify you.
Mhm.
It's a faster way to doing it. It's kind of the reason why they put serial numbers on pacemakers and all this other stuff so they can
Yeah.
track that in case something happens. So
Again, that's just,
No, I
you know,
think
who
it's-
would have thought that a pacemaker had serial number?
yep.
Yeah. Well, then they can track too if there's defects in certain stents or pacemakers or anything that you would put in the body.
Yeah.
All of that stuff, except for the, maybe the screws don't have, but even the rods that they put in have numbers that they can track.
Yeah.
So
Hey, Tommy.
everybody's saying hi to
Louisiana?
Steph.
So I don't know what you were going for on the German
What is it?
thing, but there were several names for Germans, the Germanic tribes.
Okay, just say what they are.
Marcomanni, Alemanni, Franks, Anglas, and Saxons were the Western tribes. Eastern are Vandals, Gepids, Ostrogoths, and Visigoths.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So they've been fighting since time began.
Or the Romans, or the Romans just referred to them as barbarians.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Barbarians. Yeah. Yeah.
My grandpa used to always tell us that we were just Heinz. We were Heinz 57. We had everything but Mexican and black in us. And I was like, Grandpa, we could possibly have that too.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't think that there's truly, when you say a pure race within the world. So I don't know. I mean, there could be. You might do a DNA and it says you're just Chinese. You're 100% Chinese. But that's probably nowadays with the way world travel is and all the wars that it's kind of hard to say, I'm 100% German.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Especially if you live in the United States. I don't know that when people say, well, I'm American. Well, no, you're really an immigrant to this state in one way or another because you came from somewhere else. Even the people that were here first had to come from somewhere. So, but, first on land, first to plant your flag, I give them that. But it's just, I just can't see where anybody can be 100% anything nowadays. I mean, truly, how can you, and if you believe that, like the DNA says, life, it takes you all the way back to one of two strains of people in since the world began. Hell, we're all brothers and sisters too. You know what I mean?
Paul, that is not wine. It's clear. See, you can tell it's 7-Up. Diet
It's
7-Up.
7-Up and wine.
No, it is not.
The Germans call it a Süßschola.
No wine spritzer. It is Diet 7-Up.
They're always picking on you about your wine, Terry.
Oh no.
The Goths,
The Goths, the Gauls.
the Gauls, and all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
They may those might be movie names. I don't know, but I remember the Goths and the Gauls.
The Goths.
poor
is
Bob-
what
poor
emu
Bob.
kids are. Goths.
What's that?
Everybody's got to learn something new today, and Bob's now learned that there is serial numbers on breast implants. So
That's right. Every last one of them
Yep.
by federal law. Because I had 4 soldiers on our first deployment they were doing everything when they're doing their body MRIs. They go, well, wait a minute, and they're all four were medical, and they said, oh, and then they had to report their serial number and all that stuff from the surgery and all that stuff. So it's kind of weird.
Hey, Sherry. Oh, and don't forget, Sherry and Bobby go live tonight with,
Yep.
oh my God, Casey. That I believe.
Yeah, I've
He's
so
been getting
gotta watch
around,
that.
hasn't he?
Ormsey.
He's been getting around because he was on yours. He was on he was on someone that
Alicia's.
Alicia.
Well, he's having a big release tomorrow
Okay.
for
Yeah.
Christmas. So
I like him.
Yeah.
He's fun.
He's fun.
oh,
He was on our live on Monday.
Yeah. Yeah, he's
No.
fun.
Casey is a hoot, and yeah,
I think
Yeah, I
people
think there was
liked
a
on
few
Monday,
questions
didn't we?
in our live that really
Yeah.
caught him off guard.
On Sherry Southern Roots
Yeah, we'll be on Sherry's Southern Roots
on Monday,
on Monday,
at 8 Central.
8 o'clock Central. Yeah, we're on that one. Yeah. So
We'll be able to probably we'll be
how
able
are
to
these
catch
people
some of
inviting
that.
us on? She goes, well, I guess we're somebody now. They ask you on. I'm going, what? I don't know anybody.
Yeah, I don't think we're anybody, but apparently somebody must.
you know that's it. Everybody wants to grow the community, right? So
Yep.
it's all
With
good.
it.
Yeah, we go live on Sunday for our shout outs, and our shout outs are Thorhaven Farm,
Good channel.
Illinois Canerum, Jason.
He's funny.
Yes.
We're also we're doing what's her name?
Dawn.
Ray B. She'll be
She's
on there.
fairly new.
Yeah, she's been on YouTube for a while, but
Yeah, but she's new to the community.
new to the community. And then
Has she went under a different name, or
no,
I don't
then
think
there's
so.
Sherry Southern Roots is our fourth one that we're going to shout out on Sunday at 2:00. So,
okay, very cool.
and and they're just channels that we number one, we like to watch. Number two, channels that need to be communitized, and people to get used to their name and stuff like that. Because I don't know what everybody's interested in. They're obviously everybody on YouTube isn't interested in us, or else we'd have 1 million something subs. You know what I mean? But it's just helping the community out the way the community helped us out, and that's all I really care about is getting those people's names out there. It's like Dawn Ray B. I was her 27th subscriber.
Oh, cool.
I mean, she's a very, very young. I mean, because she went from working a hustle and bustle in Baltimore, running the Beltway every single day, to giving all that up and moving to West Virginia, where she inherited land from her grandparents, and now she's built a brand new house and everything right there. And her business allowed her to switch to a branch of theirs in West Virginia, which everything fell in, and she had the blessings that they allowed her to do all that stuff. So it's a good story. It's a really good story. And everybody likes to watch things from the very beginning, and she did a really good job in documenting it. So
I wish we would have done that. From the beginning
yeah,
with ours, documented everything that we've done so far.
well, we're going to
Because-
do it. We're going to do it, but ours is
Our-
going to involve me buying a tractor from Jump Street and and watching
Sorry,
it
Mike,
and watching it grow.
right now.
Watching my tractor grow with implements and stuff.
I can't get to a tractor emoji.
That's a first.
Oh, don't worry.
It's coming.
And here what persuaded me in watching Thorhaven Farm and his reasoning why he didn't buy a used tractor. Like him, I am not mechanically inclined, period. And when you buy a used tractor, you don't know what you're going to get. And when he mentioned that they have a zero interest purchase with John Deere, well, I got the squirrels and the nuts rolling up inside my head, which, heck, if it's zero interest, then I'd rather pay a light down payment and just give them a payment every month. You know what I'm saying? And it's under warranty. So
You're
if it breaks, they
financing.
get to take it
they also-
somewhere.
You're spending other
Yeah,
people's
we're starting
money.
from
Finance.
raw land. Yeah.
If someone offers you 0% interest, I'm good.
Well, same as, I don't know about
Yeah,
down
that's
there,
good.
but our mortgages up here. Our mortgages are, we just re-signed in December, and I think it's 0.93
Oh, wow.
that we're paying. That's what we're paying for interest for the next 5 years.
Wow.
Not
Wow.
even a full percentage.
Oh. They're
Yeah,
not, there's
they
not,
don't. Yeah.
yeah.
That's amazing.
yeah.
We're doing good at
That's
4%.
amazing.
Ours is not even 4%.
Yeah, it's right below it. I think.
It's at 3.8.
Yeah.
Ours is 3.8.
Yeah, that's ours too.
Friends of ours have poor credit, and they were 2.9 or 2.
In Colorado, we were at 2.34.
No, we were at 4 in Colorado.
Oh, I thought we got a discount.
No, we were.
She knows more than I do.
We were higher there.
I have to ask her. I said,
I should say-
how much money we got in the bank?
Yeah. This is.
I don't even know what my bank account number is. I know nothing.
That's
I'm the
not-
same way.
I said, we got
Same.
money in this bank over here. Why can't I have it? She goes, no, that's mine.
No, I didn't.
She loves having money in the bank.
I like having something in the bank.
I said, well, she goes, if an emergency came up. I said, I need a tractor. That is an emergency.
Emergency.
Okay. I
It is.
constitute that as an emergency.
Now, my mother being not in the greatest health and not knowing what's
And you
gonna
just had to
happen.
be an only child.
Yep.
Have you looked at the Bobcat Toolcat?
No.
Man, let me tell you something.
Anything with a bobcat on it is expensive.
Yeah.
Are those new bobcat tractors?
It's not, no, it's a side by side that you can get all these tractor attachments for.
Yeah.
Like you can get an
I know,
auger,
I
you
want-
can get a tiller, you can get hay forks, you can get stump grinder for it. You can get a wood chipper, a grater attachment.
Yeah.
Who got one? I know somebody on YouTube has one.
I know
I saw it.
I know a lot of farmers, they go and get like a bobcat or a case or a cat, and they won't use anything else on their farm but that, because it's got forks, it's got a bucket, it's got all this stuff. It's got one of those. It's like a mower that goes on the front, but it can
Mhm.
take down trees about that big around.
Thatcher.
Yeah,
A
those
bush
are.
hogger.
Yeah.
Now it was Cole. It was Cole the Corn Star. If you ever watch him, they were looking at a new side by side, and no, it wasn't side by side. They were looking for like a Bobcat or Case or one of them. They tried Bobcat and it had all these attachments, but there was a reason why he didn't purchase it, and I think it was because of cost.
What was it? What was it called? Who's the channel?
Cole the Corn Star. It's
Cole
it's
the
funny. You will
Corn
enjoy
Star.
that channel. They're a large channel,
Okay.
He's 24 years old, and I enjoy watching it. Just it's got farming and that kind of stuff, and I think you would enjoy it. And they just do a lot of things, family based, they're faith based. It's just a really good channel.
Yeah.
They are, you know, once you start adding all those attachments and stuff to it, they really jump up in cost. But the only thing that I've noticed that those little tool cats won't do, and I'm sure it will come eventually, is the hay attachments. So that I didn't see a like to cut your hay, to bale your hay, and stuff like that.
And to rake
I
it
didn't
and all
see
that stuff.
Yeah, I didn't. Well, they've got
You
rakes.
need a brush.
Oh, it has rakes?
Yeah, you can get different kind of rakes for it, but you know, I didn't see anything to where you could actually cut hay or bale hay with it yet.
Paul, I'm never going to tell you anything in confidence again.
And Scott skipped my comment.
Oh,
Money
Yeah,
bags.
continue.
Money bags. That's her.
You know, I told my wife, I was like, I really don't care what we get as long as we get something that's big enough that can accommodate everything that we need to do on the farm.
Yeah.
You know, I said I would rather have a new tractor because I don't know, you know, the used, you know, I don't know what the used tractor's been through.
Yeah.
Now, if I knew the person, like my neighbor Darren, he's got a Kubota tractor that you know, if I was to purchase a used one, you know, and his was up for sale, I would buy that one.
Yeah.
But I know what he's done to it. I know all the maintenance is being kept up on it, you know, and I know there's nothing wrong with that tractor.
Well, see, I was looking at a used tractor and it had 2,940 miles, hours on it. And it was a 2001 and they were asking 14,900 for that tractor.
for
Here in
2001?
Here in Oklahoma, a tractor and a used trucks have gone up over 26% in the last year.
Yep.
You're looking at trucks. You're looking at a gas truck I looked at up today. It was a gas truck. It had 149,000 miles on it. It's a 2015, and they wanted $32,000 for the truck.
Yep.
It's
Prices
insane
are
in Oklahoma.
astronomical.
See, I thought it was a fable because
No.
they're buying our trucks up here and they're shipping them all to the US.
Yeah. There's not enough used trucks in the United States.
Well, it's not just that.
And my boss, he bought a Ford F-350 Power Stroke, and he bought it 2 years ago. He traded it in for a truck today, and the truck he wanted was $73,000. And when he bought his truck, he paid $52,000 for it 2 years ago, and they gave him $49,500 as a trade-in.
But the thing is
It's insane.
everybody down here is trying to get their hands on gas vehicles, diesel or gas, because we're supposed to be transitioning over to all electric vehicles.
Yeah.
And not everybody wants that.
And nobody's came up with a truck that's electric that can do what a Power Stroke diesel or a Cummins diesel can do.
They just don't have
But
the
it's
torque.
not just trucks. It's
Diesel
all
too.
vehicles. My
Yeah.
All, yes.
minivan, if I traded it in right now, I can get more for it
Yep.
than what I purchased it at a year and a half ago.
That's true.
Mhm.
That's
So-
crazy.
I would actually get $7,000 back.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, I was
So
looking at one of the newer Chevys, and it's a gas motor, but it's got a whole, like, it's got speakers in the bed. It's, in the tailgate. It's got all these electrical components to it, and they were asking, I think, 70,000 for it, for the base model
I
on it.
but I
And I was looking at a trade-in for mine, and I paid 60 for mine, brand new. I owe, I think, 35 on it now, and was offered like 45 for it. And that's with the front end messed up, the dents in it. Yeah, like, it is not in the best condition at all. And I got a deal from Chevy saying that they would pay me top dollar for it in whatever condition it was in.
Yep.
Well, let
And
me
I was
know
like,
if anybody wants
not
to buy a
interested.
2017 blacked out Dodge. It's only got, I guess if you were to convert it, would have 37,000 miles on it. I'll ship it down to you. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's insane.
Absolutely crazy. G'day, Mr. Marino.
Which I told my wife, I was like, I'm pretty happy with my truck. I wouldn't trade my truck off for anything.
Yep.
The only thing I would do would be put a hay bed on it.
Mm,
Oh, you mean a flatbed?
A flatbed with the hay,
the
Spike-
feeder.
the
Oh,
hay
with the-
arms.
Hay arms?
Yeah, I wouldn't do the forks. We had an old farm truck with the hay forks, and I absolutely hated that truck. I loved the truck, hated the forks
Yeah.
on it, because if you got too far on the hay bale with it and then lifted it up and it slid further down, you couldn't get the freaking hay bale off. I had to
Yeah.
carry a pipe in the truck and work it off so far, and then get back in the truck and try to pull forward on it. And that wouldn't work. So I carried extra T-posts in the truck, and my T-post pounder, and I would set that down and pound it into the ground and use it to pull the hay bale off the forks.
Wow.
That seems
And
like a
so-
whole lot of work.
Yeah, it was twice.
Yeah.
I could use the new farm truck and be done in 10 minutes putting hay out. With the other one, it would take me a couple of hours to get hay out to all the cows.
Yeah, when I lived in Missouri, I loved my flatbed. I had a 1 ton, and I could get 5 1,200 pound. 1,200 pound round bales on my flatbed.
Yeah.
That was loaded.
I had the extra wide flatbed, and I could get 3/4 of each bale on there and then balance it with the top one and then throw the straps over the top and haul it home. So, and I did that so I didn't have to go rent or buy one of those hay haulers. So, because I didn't have one.
Yeah. The one I'm looking at, I can haul two
Yeah.
round bales on it,
Yeah.
which is fun because we don't feed a whole lot of hay anyways.
Yeah, what was that place called? Cowtown? Cowtown in Missouri. It's a farm and
Yeah.
ranch, and they had flatbeds, and they custom made that so you can get 5 round bales on that flatbed. So that's a lot of weight.
I was going to say, you're a little over your weight.
A little bit.
Which
Like
mine's a
3
3/4 ton, but I had a torque chip put in it. And with that torque chip, I can pull anything that a 1 ton will pull.
Yeah.
They told us at the dealership that if you hook up to it and the tires roll, you can haul it.
Yeah, I
You
had
can pull
the
it.
well, that flatbed had the 7.2 Navstar, International Navstar in it, that old workhorse diesel in it.
Yeah.
And it just, until my son put gasoline in there when he topped it off,
Nice job.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
it was running like a champ.
Oh,
Oh
no.
my goodness.
Yeah. He wasn't thinking.
That's, oh,
He goes,
I messed
Dad,
up one day.
he said, Dad, he goes, I need you to come get me. I'm on the side of the road on US Highway 44. And I go, okay, what are you doing there? And he goes, well, I borrowed your flatbed. I was hauling some metal up here to the salvage yard. And he said, I filled it up because I know when I bring it back, it's got to be topped off. My old military years, you got to top it off when you come back in. And he goes,
mhm.
and all of a sudden there was a big bang and there's oil and everything on the highway.
Oh,
And I said, when you say filled it up, what do you mean? And he goes, yeah, I just filled it up.
The one time that they decided to put
I said, did you, with diesel, right? And he goes, well, of course. So I got out there. I have 2 tanks on my flatbed, one on each side, 2 50-gallon tanks underneath that flatbed because you need it. And then I opened the one, it smelled like diesel. I opened the other one, it smelled just like gas. And I looked in there on the switch. I said, you did know that there's a second tank and you just had to hit this where it says tank 1, tank 2. He goes, oh, that one had gas? I said, no, it has diesel in it. You filled this one up full, you drove off, and when it got to that gas, it blew the whole whole side of the motor off that truck. It was a huge explosion.
oh,
So
oh.
I had another 250,
Yeah, I would say.
and then I took the flatbed off and took the bed off that one and switched them out. So yeah, that was Dad was mad.
I was so exhausted one day. I almost put diesel in my gas engine.
I'm going to tell you something. The mistake could be made. You know, if someone borrows your truck,
Yeah.
or you went from gas all your life and you went to diesel, I'm going
Yeah.
to tell you something, because the gas nozzle will fit in that hole. The diesel one will not fit in a gas vehicle. You know what I
By
mean?
golly,
Hmm.
my diesel, when I pulled up to the pump, I got out, wasn't even paying attention, grabbed the diesel nozzle, and it slid right in. No problem.
Oh, wow.
And I just so happened to reach over to hit, the gas one to determine what grade I wanted. And none of them were lit up. And I was like, what in the world? And I looked over and the diesel one was lit up. And I was like, yeah, I don't
Yeah,
need diesel.
years
I
ago,
need
they came
gas.
out with the larger nozzle. So OSHA made sure that people didn't make a mistake if they grabbed a diesel one. I said, well, that's okay, but what about the guys with the diesel where the gasoline one fits in theirs? You took care of the gas
Yeah.
vehicles, but you didn't take care of the diesel engines. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
Yeah.
it could happen at the time.
They should put
I'm
kind of a
glad I was
sensor.
unarmed because he blew up my truck.
Literally.
Yeah.
Now, they say that you can,
And he was hauling a 40-foot gooseneck flat trailer on the back of it.
Ooh.
So it could have been an ugly accident on the freeway.
they say you can
Oh,
get
thank
by
God.
if there's a little bit in there, but
No. He got to the full gas and it just,
if you fill a tank, a diesel tank full of gasoline or a gas engine full of diesel, you're going to have problems.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
Not
have
here.
heard where diesel going through a gasoline engine isn't as rough on a gasoline engine as running gasoline through a diesel.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, it
gasoline.
split, when they took it
diesel.
apart, it split the piston and it shot straight through that wall.
Yeah.
Through the block.
So diesel in a gas engine will gum it up. It won't
Yeah.
blow it up.
Yeah.
But
Right.
gas and diesel is just like a
Well-
small little bomb.
Well, especially nowadays when most of your vehicles that you can buy run on either, the flex fuels, or they can run on the ethanol and all that kind of stuff. And of course,
Mhm.
diesel is the rot gut of when they make gasoline. You know what I'm saying? That's what diesel is. It's all that
Right.
for making it all and stuff like that. So
and
and
it's
then
more
here-
expensive here.
then it's more,
byproduct.
yeah, it's the waste, so we're going to charge you
It's
more.
more-
Yeah, it's the byproduct of
Yeah.
gasoline, but
It used to be
Yeah.
cheaper.
Oh yeah,
till about
Back-
15,
back in the
15
day.
years ago.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
Now-
Paul said
I used to have
Off-road diesel. Off-road diesel is still dirt cheap.
oh,
What's
I'm
off-road
sure you're
diesel?
not paying the taxes. The colored.
Talking about farm diesel.
Farm diesel.
Oh yeah, but guess what? When you're doing farm diesel, I mean, I've been pulled over because I used to get farm diesel, but I would drive my truck back and forth to work. Okay, and I got pulled over one time by a state trooper pulling off the highway going towards Fort Leonard Wood, and all of a sudden he hit his lights because I had farm tags on my truck. And he came up there, he pulled out a white shop cloth, and he told me to gun my engine, and he looks at it and it was red because farm diesel was red. And he goes, where you headed, sir? I go, well, I'm going to work. He goes, gave me a ticket for misuse of tax subsidy fuel and stuff like that. So I got it was like $140 fine.
Wow.
So I never drove that one to work no more.
No.
Yeah.
And Paul said that their pumps are different colors. They're not.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
green. They're green here. Diesel pumps are usually green.
See, our handle
Yeah.
is yellow. That's the only telltale difference. They're in the same block of 3.
Yeah, ours are green, yours are yellow, and then
Yeah.
you've got E85, E87 that's blue,
Okay.
and then regular gasoline is black.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, two nations
Guys, I'm gonna
separated by one language.
see you later.
All right, Laura.
I'm gonna have to step down guys later.
All right. When I was on the big farm, we used farm diesel and everything.
Yeah.
But that's all we did with it. I mean, I would, I'd take the farm truck into town, and get parts or something like that. But it was all farm related.
Yeah.
So we were able to get away with that. But like my
Yeah,
father-in-law's truck that he had, he could, he didn't run farm diesel.
Yeah, Paul in Germany is the same way. Your regular petrol, your gasoline is green, and your diesels are black in Germany. It's the
No,
same
Paul's
way
in-
as in England.
Paul's in England.
Yeah, and Germany's the same way as over there.
Oh, okay.
I think I know most of the EU went under the same, all their safety and their gasoline and the yada 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 and so on and so forth. A while
You
back.
never know. You never know what you're going to get in the Middle East out of their pumps.
Yeah.
Well, in Sweeney's Creek, Steve just said that it's the same in Australia.
Yeah. Okay.
I was thinking that a lot of Europe nations were going to the same colors.
Yeah.
Well, there's London, Germany, and Australia all the same. So
Well, we just have to be different.
yeah,
Like
and
why
we have
we're
a
not
different-
why we're not doing the metric system, I have no idea. I think a long time ago it said it'd be too hard on people to learn. holy crap. Everybody but us uses the metric system, the whole world. It makes
Well, and
no
we
sense to me.
use a lot of the metric system in the military.
Well, yeah.
You know, we use mills and meters and all of that in the military. And
Yeah.
I stayed so confused for the longest time.
She finally got her Roost and Rescue shirt.
Uh-oh.
You know, I stayed so confused because I was always having to convert into the metric system.
Great.
Well, here's my point. Here's my point. You go metric system on wrenches. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. Here you got 7 to 16. Everything in between. You got to have all these tools when you could just say, okay, that's a 10 or that's a 12. It ain't like a 10.3 or a 10.2. It's a 10. So just leave it as a 10. But here, you don't know if it's 7/16, if it's a half inch, if it's this, if it's that. Just go to the metric system, get it over with.
Well, I know when I was in school, they said,
Most cars now, if they're bringing imported into the United States and assembled here, they're metric. Her BMW metric, you know, I'm trying to get a half inch on there when I should have had a 10 on it. You know,
Well, and I noticed that, like on my Chevy, it's got both standard and metric.
depending on where the part came from.
Yeah, depending on where the part came from.
Yep.
It's either going to be metric or it's going to be standard.
Yep.
And I hate that because it's like, I'll stick a half inch on there and it's a 10 millimeter.
Just strip the heck out of it.
You know,
It'll
well, I
barely-
always check it. If there's any play in it, I take it off and I'll pick up a metric one and stick on there.
Yeah.
You know, or if I stick a metric on there and there's too much play in it, I'll pull
Hey,
it off
Jaden.
and I'll stick a standard on it just to see. But because I've done that before, stripped one plumb out and couldn't get it off because it was metric and I used standard on it, or vice versa.
See, I don't find it that hard to convert because we were taught both. I was
when I
taught
was in school that they said that we would be transitioned over, and so they were teaching us metric in school. But then that never happened.
Yeah.
well, I think you and I are fairly close at age, Terry.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
didn't learn both. We learned
You're
all
59?
standard.
What?
49 in January.
Okay. I didn't say you was 59.
I'm not, but yeah, he said that we were fairly close.
You're farther than you think, though. I love her.
I'm 52.
Yeah.
We're not that far.
Well, it's, you know. She always
So-
has to tell me I joined the army when she was 9 years old.
He did.
So
What do you-
I'm the baby
You want me to
here.
tell you how old I was?
well, probably about
6.
6,
6.
5 or 6.
Yeah.
Then that's okay. You were. Oh no, you were born in the
73.
73.
I was gonna say I wasn't even born yet.
I was going to say, you're even younger than what I am, Chris. Like substantially younger than me.
73. 74, I became an Eagle Scout.
In 79, you joined the army.
79, I joined the army.
Yep.
Wow. And guess what? In 2021, in May, I've been retired from the army for 20 years. So there you go.
Yep.
I've been smiling ever since.
Paul's laughing because
Well, depending on what month in '79 you went in.
July 7th.
He's still going back to that.
Craig said he's gonna have to.
I was
new pop pops.
I was conceived. I was conceived when you enlisted.
You're
Because I was born February of '80.
Hey,
So I was
Hey, Sweeney's Creek.
I was a few months old in my mama's belly.
There you go.
I was 69.
Yeah, she's 69.
same as Debbie.
They marked her birth when Armstrong stepped on the moon.
Pretty close. It was.
And
a
people
few-
didn't hear, but as he said, "Happy birthday, Terry."
Yeah, 17 days after
Yeah.
he stepped on them.
It's funny because looking at it, my wife's 5 years younger than me. But there are some things, like if you think about it, that's not that bad. But then when you go back into time a little bit, and it's like, I enlisted in the Army in '97. In 2003, I went to Iraq. She was still in high school. And there's some things I'll be like, man, that was a great clubbing song. And Sarah will be like, I was only 15.
Yeah.
And I'm like, when you think about it that way, it's like, man,
Doesn't sound right. Well, yeah.
that just don't sound right.
I was in the military and I was 9, so yeah, it doesn't sound right. But
Not then. Yeah.
not then.
Back then, you'd be in prison.
Right.
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
Something really wrong.
Well, in '97, I was in Bosnia. We had just crossed the Sava River in '96, and we were separating the Bosnian Muslims and the Serbs from killing each other. So
Yeah.
when you were
When I-
in basic, I was dodging bullets and stuff in the zone of separation.
Yeah, because when I was in basic, they were telling us that there could be a chance of going to Bosnia.
Yeah. And that was my second tour in Bosnia when you were in basic.
So Paul,
Because it was picking up really big when I went through basic.
Yeah.
Apollo 11 was the first crewed mission to land on the moon on 20 July 1969.
Yeah.
And I knew it was 17 days after my birthday.
Yeah. They had to get it all together. NASA doesn't work real quick to celebrate someone's birthday, but they finally got it
They
together.
got it right.
And they landed on the moon.
But
just
no,
for
he
that.
thought it was in 64.
No,
No, it was 69.
60.
And Sesame Street started in 1969 as well.
That's right. Sunny
Odd
days.
things you learn about the year you were born.
now Mrs. Oh no, that's Jesse. I thought
Jesse was graduating high school when I was born.
well, that's okay. Now Mrs. Lazy Days is getting in on it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Lisa.
just to rub it in a bit.
When they landed on the moon, I was in school and we were all in the gymnasium and they had like 14 TVs because you didn't have big TVs back then. You just had black and white TVs. So all the kids, we were sitting on the gym floor watching the landing on the moon.
See,
And then I was told, 40 years later that it was all a hoax.
you had the happy event when you were in school watching
Yeah.
astronauts. I had the sad event.
Yeah, we had the
because
blow
that's
up.
When,
Yeah.
yeah,
The blow up.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was horrible.
Yeah, you guys watched them land on the moon. We watched them go to a million pieces.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't cool.
So sad.
Well, I watched it too.
Not while you were in school,
Yeah,
unless
That's
you were
true.
in Enoch. Or,
That's true.
What year was that? 87?
uh,
86?
86, I think.
yeah. See, Terry would have been in high school.
What was it? Columbia, right? Wasn't it Columbia that blew up?
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
Anyway, yeah,
Terry,
You got to put that out of
I
your mind.
remember that because if it was 80, 86,
I was in kindergarten.
Challenger.
Challenger.
The Challenger.
And what year
Jesse
was
got,
it?
Jesse got that one.
66 or 86.
86.
Yeah.
I was sitting in Fort Polk, Louisiana.
Yeah, it was
The
right
armpit
around-
of the world.
We were in the field, and we got a radio call that something happened, and they put everything on lockdown. And then later on, we found out it was the Challenger blew up.
Day before my birthday.
Wow.
I was in kindergarten.
I was in the library at the school watching television, and yeah,
I was in the library as well. We called it the pit. It was a whole bunch of seats around and it was dug out. And yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
didn't think
crazy
it was
because me and Sarah are like some of the, other than Abby, I think we're the youngest ones in our community.
Well,
You got Mike
Kyle
and Chelsea and Kyle and Abby.
Yeah, but Kyle and Abby are both 16. So
Yeah, they're the youngest ones in the community.
Craig Scavin said they celebrated my birthday by the invention of the wheel.
My wife will aggravate me. She'll be like, "So what was it like? What was it like with the dinosaurs?"
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm like, I know I'm older than you, but
Well, here's the problem. You go to a military museum, and the Jeep that I trained to drive when I went through basic training is in all the museums. That's sad. Okay. All right.
you
The
know,
M151A1 is in the museums. And it was the Jeep right after the Willie Jeep from Vietnam. Yeah.
Hmm.
shoot, half the equipment I trained on was all from Vietnam, the Vietnam era. It's like they definitely don't get in any hurry to upgrade the military vehicles.
Yeah. And let me tell you something. When they came out with the Humvees, don't be 6'4" in all legs. Okay. And then go four wheeling. Man, I'll tell you what, I had so many knee injuries from Humvees. I hated a Humvee.
hitting
And
the
then
dash.
we went to Bosnia. I was with the combat engineers, and we had to clear route Arizona all the way to Sarajevo from the Sava River up by Hungary and Croatia. And for 7 months, I slept sitting up in the front seat of a Humvee every single night with a
If you think of,
with a wire spring with a canvas cover on it. I'm
If you
lucky
think
I'm still
those-
walking.
if you think that was bad for 6 foot and over, have you been in an up armored Humvee?
I have
Mr. Jim, I appreciate you so much, sir.
during
You have
Desert
a great
Storm.
weekend. We'll talk.
I'm 5'7", and I could not stand the up armored Humvees.
Nope.
They were, especially with all your gear and stuff on, they are so small and compacted. Oh,
I had to take my Humvee to the mechanics, and I had them cut the back of my seat, add a piece of pipe to the back of it so I could go as far back to that back metal wall on the Humvee as humanly possible. Nobody could sit behind me. That's how those up armor Humvees are that bad.
Well,
yeah,
the
they're
new
horrible.
the new international deuce and a halfs that Kyle's driving now.
Yeah.
He said they've pushed the driver's seat so forward now. Every time you go over a bump, he said his knees are hitting the dash.
Oh yeah.
He
And
can't
I'm like-
ride a regular Jeep,
I can't drive a regular Jeep. I went out and bought one,
like a Wrangler.
I can't drive a Wrangler.
No.
I can't get in it. That's sad.
But you'd think they'd take that, especially in the military, that they would take into consideration height when they're building
Yeah.
vehicles.
Well, they build everything off the average height of 5'8".
Yeah.
That's what they build everything off of. 5'8".
That's why you don't even apply now. You can't apply if you're above 6'2", to get into the flying the planes and whatever. Kyle,
Yeah.
that's what Kyle wanted to do.
Yeah.
He's 6. Well, he'll hit 6'6".
And that's funny because, like in Missouri, I don't know if they do this in other places, but in Missouri with the state troopers, they had a height requirement that you had to be a certain height to be a trooper for a long time.
Yeah. They went to court on that.
Yeah. But seriously, I mean,
You had to
they
be
did.
6 foot or taller.
So yeah, well, it was.
Yeah, but that's, there's you've got all those that are under 6 foot that could claim discrimination.
Mhm.
Sure. I yell at discrimination every time I go into Walmart. Why do I have to pay an extra, $2 for each X above extra large? You know what I mean? That's wrong. That's profiling.
Yep.
Profile.
I agree.
That's like, yeah,
But-
they might as well put a sign up say,
Well,
hey,
and the thing
hey,
is,
fat boys,
they make
you pay more.
they make up for it. I mean, I get, it takes extra material, but then they charge twice as much for women's clothes that are smaller. So they
That
make
is
up
true.
for it. There's no reason that they
I can go
should
to
do
Harley
that.
Davidson and buy a t-shirt that says one thing on it, and it's going to cost me $40. She buys the same thing for a female, which costs half the material of my shirt, and it's $65 to $70. And that's why
It makes
the
no
HD
sense.
on the outside of the store doesn't really stand for Harley Davidson. It stands for $100.
Yeah. Don't get
Okay.
out without $100.
$100. Harley Davidson. That's the translation.
Paul's gonna keep teasing me about the wine in my glass, and I'm gonna go get some here in a minute. Just
There's a
because.
wine in her bucket, dear
Well,
Paul. Dear Paul.
Don't forget, you've got Sherry and Bobby at their sip and watch tonight.
That's right.
That's right.
Sometimes those things get silly.
Oh, and I can see,
Hi,
I'm
Red
sorry,
Red
but
Homestead.
Casey calls me a hot mess. Let's just wait and see what happens here.
I loved their last one where, she looked like she was absolutely terrified of those bunnies.
Oh, that was fun.
That was so funny. Oh, I laughed. That was so funny.
Are they still in here?
But I had her.
Guys.
I had her on the name of Big Mike for their Buck Bunny. I almost had him, but he stuck
Oh, no,
with
not
Thumper.
Bobby.
He stuck with Thumper. I
that
said,
was Bobby.
she goes, Thumper? He goes, yeah, because that's what he do. He thumps her.
Well, guys, see you guys later.
All right, man.
All right,
Bye,
buddy. Safe travels home.
Wow, how long have you been on here?
Almost 3 hours.
Not even 3 hours yet today.
Oh, you got
2
4
hours.
minutes.
No,
I
he
know.
said 6.5 minutes.
How many watch hours do you have?
2,200 and
Really? I
50.
thought you'd have more than that.
Oh wow.
well, like I said, 2 weeks ago, I literally got 2 watch hours for 2 days when my average stayed right around 20 on the Thursday and
Yeah.
stayed around 19 on the Friday. Come
Oh,
on.
wow.
Yeah. It's not the
Wow.
first time. And yes, I just saw Sherry is still on board.
Yes, she's here.
She's here. Hey, scaredy
For sure.
cat. Hey, scaredy
Yeah,
cat.
Come on up and tell us about the little bunny wabbits.
She says she needs to do more lives for watch hours.
That's right.
Absolutely.
That's where I got all mine. And I got to say, a lot of people watch. I'm very blessed. A lot of people watch my videos as well. So
Yeah. Yeah. We've been having YouTube's has just been freaking, I don't know.
They're messing with us.
It's like
They're messing with everybody.
we have,
We went to 1440 and then it dropped back down to 1420,
20.
like 1425.
then it goes
Now
to,
it's back to 1434. I don't know.
and then it went, it's been, ever since we went over 1,000, it's been absolutely insane how that number goes up and down and then settles out, and then you all of a sudden
think
it
you're
goes
good,
up.
and then
As soon
it's-
as it goes up, it goes back down. I'm just like going, what are they doing? It's
Yeah.
insane. But
You just-
it doesn't
you
matter. I mean, it's their company, I guess. They can do whatever the hell they want.
that's it. We play in their sandbox, right?
Right.
So,
You don't got no. Well, there is bourbon in there,
I got some bourbon.
but it's not in his class.
Oh no, not mine.
that's
Mine's
for
got
later.
Dr. Diet Mountain Dew.
And there's Courtney Wade Family Farm.
Hey, Courtney.
And who else have we got? Red Road
Red
Homes?
Road.
Oh dear. There,
Singing.
look at all the people dropping off now.
Oh man, I'm sorry. You're losing watch hours, brother.
Yep, Sweeney's Creek.
Yeah.
As you see what they've been doing with our subs for the last 2 weeks, we've
I-
been bouncing between 590 and 600 for 2 weeks. Yep. Yep,
Come here.
and that's pretty much it. You can't pay attention to it too
When
much.
did we?
It's
What month did we hit 1,000?
July?
In July.
Yeah.
And since we started in February, July we hit 1,000,
Coming.
and then from July all the way till November, we've only gone up 431. And it has been going back and down. We lose 20 and 30 at a time. And then
Yeah.
months later we get back up and then we go back down again. I'm just going, I don't know what's going on here. Am I saying something wrong? You know?
Well,
Well,
yeah.
same as Wendy from Southern Sow and Grown. She lost 24 in the matter of 2 days this week.
Yep.
But see, I don't know if they're running something at YouTube across the whole spectrum that if you have not interacted with that channel in, let's say, 6 months, then we just drop you off. Because I just got dropped off Tundra Jason's today, went on there, and I'm going, man, why do I have to search for his name? Why isn't he in my favorites? And all of a sudden I go on there, I'm not even subscribed to him no more.
Yeah.
So then I had to resubscribe to him again.
Yep.
And he goes, no, I'm still at 4. Oh no, I'm at 450. Okay, yeah, you're on there.
What's going on? Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's Purdy.
Yeah, she's pretty. She's old. She's getting old. But she has to sit beside Dad.
Yeah.
Mine's yeah, she's under our feet.
Well, no, and I wasn't paying much attention to it. I just go, hey, 30 days ago, we were at that number. Now all of a sudden it's been 30 days and we're below that number the last time I looked.
Yeah.
They lost about 200 in 2 months.
Oh, I know.
That's crazy. And I get some of it too, because we had a big jump because of Country Road Cure and everybody. So we had a huge jump. So then if people from that didn't interact, then it's gonna start dropping off.
I mean, we got to the point where we would go on there and people we want to support or they've talked to us. We'll go on there and we'll see when their lives are. And then she will put it in our community tab. So everybody that follows us gets that through the community tab or can see it.
Yeah.
And I think that is a good way to support channels trying to move up is when you see them,
Scott's in there today. I forgot.
just grab their thumbnail because you can do it and move it over there to your community page so everybody can see it. And that's a good way of helping build the community and all those that's in here in the homesteading community, the growing community and stuff like that, the RVing community, because we have people from all over the place, from the RVing, the adventure side, because the things that we post, and we post, I post on Reddit. I do Reddit, I do TikTok, and she does all the other ones, the Tumblr, all that stuff. So everybody sees that stuff when we post all that stuff on there. So that's helping out the channels and stuff like that.
One of the people that helped us was Van Life with Gina.
Yeah, Van Life with Gina.
And we're not
Yeah.
even really in that community. I just happened to start watching her. Yeah, she's fun to watch,
Yeah.
and she does watch and grow stuff. And
Yeah.
she posted us up on her community tab a couple times.
Yeah,
So
because we do love raids on her and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
So,
That's actually how I met her, was through you guys.
yeah.
Right after one of your lives, you
Yeah.
said, let's go over. And
Yeah,
Yeah.
Go Raid Gina. Yeah, she's
that's how we met her. So I just want to say hi to Uncle Al and thank you for joining the family. Welcome.
All right. Who's Uncle Al?
Die Bullfrog 79.
Oh, okay.
I've seen that before.
I've
He's,
seen him in chats before.
Well, you would have Joe's channel, Garden State Gardener, or yes, Garden State Gardener.
Even one or two of ours, maybe.
Uncle Al, he's all over.
Okay. I gotta go check him out.
UK
yeah.
sea fishing with Big
I know I seen UK fishing,
sea fishing.
sea fishing with Big Dan.
Big Dan, yeah,
Yeah.
he's new. I met him from Big Matt's channel.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I don't know if you guys were in here, but Kevin from Tuber Chat's going to feature my channel on his Monday Tuber Chat.
Oh, cool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's a great community if you want to build and run your watch hours. People, he doesn't orchestrate anything. You do it all through the chat, but he gives out a lot of helpful suggestions. And I talked to Kevin this morning for probably about a couple hours, just back and forth. And he's a great guy as well, from Niagara Falls, Canada. And he's turned YouTube into a business. So he consults for a few channels and builds, I think he's got 3 different ones.
Okay.
One being a music channel that we can all use. We can take snippets of music from his channel. It's not recognized. So everybody
What's his channel name?
Tuber Chat.
Tuber Chat?
Yeah.
Write that down. Tuber Chat.
Jesse just put it up here at 4:33, or I guess yours would say 3:33.
Okay.
Connect
Check
and
out
grow.
Kevin at Tuber Chat.
Yep.
Okay. Uncle Al
And,
at Die Bullfrog 79. Okay.
yeah. Oh, there's
I gotta check them out.
Seed Faith Homestead. Hello.
I like me a good YouTube channel.
I've found myself getting away from the bigger channels, except for a couple that I watch. There's one guy, is it Victory Concrete? He's out in Milwaukee area,
Uh-huh.
and he does residential concrete. I don't know why. I think the guy's funny. I watch him,
Oh, okay.
but it's just, Kevin is your friend. Everybody's your friend, Marino.
Yeah.
Um,
And if not, he'll make a green screen showing that they're friends.
but whenever you turn the green screen on him, then he doesn't like it.
Yeah.
But I found myself leaving the larger channels and watching the smaller channels. Number one, the smaller channels need it.
Yeah.
And number 2,
I love the soap opera aspect of YouTube.
yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
If I'd have been watching TV younger, I'd probably be addicted to like soap operas as we know them. But now I'm like addicted to the soap operas, watching where these people are going and how they're getting there.
Yep.
That's why it's so fascinating to see somebody start a homestead from scratch or buy a farm and they've never been on a farm and you're watching them grow on. It's just entertaining to me. You know, there's no faking. You know, you can't fake the funk when you're starting from scratch.
Yeah.
When you make a mistake and you don't know nothing about YouTube and you leave those mistakes in the videos, thank you very much.
She only points out a few issues.
Yeah. I think it's great to watch people grow. And I mean, as homesteaders, as gardeners, all these things, I think today, Roxanne and Anthony started building their deck out front of their game room that they finished. And he's never built a deck before in his life. He's going on YouTube and watching everybody. And now he said, now the fun begins. Okay. How many times do I got to run back to YouTube and figure out how this is supposed to be done? So those are entertaining to me. You know what I mean? So now one person I wish that would start a channel and start doing videos is Brutal Bob.
I know.
Because Brutal Bob has got a story to tell.
Yeah.
So
He's got lots of stories.
yeah.
Oh, you know what? It's just
He
amazing.
sat in a dark room with a light on himself and told you stories.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Of his past. And it would probably scare the bejesus out of most people. I would sit there and watch that every day. You
Yeah.
know?
And, it's unfortunate due to security reasons why he can't.
I know.
But we've actually tried to get him up just so he could talk. And there's something wrong with his phone.
Oh.
If for some reason it will not connect to StreamYard. And his son has tried several different ways. We can't get it to work. Because Bob would have loved to come up. He
Man.
just, Wendy, Tuber Chat is Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And then he's going to show me on Monday.
Just bad news from our friend.
Oh, no.
So someone needs prayers, and we'll just leave it at that.
Leave it at that. Man.
That's not good.
No. Well, anyway, that just ruined my Friday. I got to call him. Okay.
Yeah, all right. Well, I'm over 3 hours anyway, so let's give it a.
Yeah.
We'll give it a.
I'm glad we got to be on here. I haven't been on here in a while with you.
Absolutely, you're always welcome.
Missing in action. What
Been
the
missing in action. Everything. I get a day off when I'm either sick or I had to go do something or we had to go somewhere and yeah.
Well, the birds and
Yeah. But all right, Scott.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Brother.
For coming.
Yep.
And thank you all for coming.
We'll see you all on Sunday.
Yes, you've got
Sunday at 2:00. We're gonna talk bad about people. Sunday gossip and shout outs. So if you're on our list and you're naughty, you're on our list.
funny how I've been, I was on the list a long time ago. So
Yeah.
it's either good or bad.
Well, you was on the good list.
Oh,
I think
great.
everybody's been on the good list. I don't think we've had any bad.
So if you want to see some toil and mayhem, tune in Sunday.
And if you're still in here, Sherry, what time are you guys going live tonight? I keep getting it wrong. I know it was.
Jesse will find it before I do.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Did you get the same text?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Really, really, really need you to pray right now. Wow. All right. Well, that just puts a damper on the whole weekend.
Yeah.
Well, yes, Craig, please.
What time is it at?
Well, this was already done.
Oh, they don't have a thumbnail up art yet?
I thought they.
Go to their community. Oh, you're on their
on
community.
their community page.
Well, when do they normally go live on Fridays?
Mhm.
Well, they're on tonight, so stay tuned.
Yeah, sometime tonight they'll be there.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's I'm just about to go over. Somebody asked me, do you remember that name of the fellow that came in and said hello, 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 and then left?
Yeah.
I forget the guy's name. I'm just being asked who it was.
Yeah, he said it like 3 times in a row.
Jaden 0428.
Yeah. That's it, Jaden.
And then he just kind of disappeared. So
Yeah.
okay. So I'll
Yeah,
shoot.
yeah. That's that Jaden kid. Yeah.
I just got more information.
On Jaden or the other?
No, the other, and I'll shoot Terry an Instagram here in a minute.
Okay.
All right. But still, guys, still lots of prayers.
Oh, yes. All right.
And we will see everybody at Black's Tropical Homestead. I think it's either 7 or 8. So
Yeah.
drink a whole bunch of wine and wait till you see Sherry and Bobby.
Yep. All right.
All right.
Much love to everybody out there.
Yeah. You guys actually just stay on for a minute and I'll just end the
Okay.
broadcast and then